Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Blood and Sand. So, where we last left off, our party had very recently said goodbye to somebody. So, had we had a session since we've lost our beloved Alistair? Or will this be the first one?
No, we had a session.
So, Blue, what happened in that session?
Well, when we came back to New Grove, we were just getting ready to chill for the evening. Everybody sort of went to go look at shops and blacksmith and stuff. And speaking of blacksmith, we were like, oh hey, that's not the usual blacksmith who's here. That's our friend Neocrow. What the hell's he doing here? Also, he's regrowing his arm. So there was a bit of an awkward conversation about remembering things. Yeah, which probably ended just with, well, you're probably going to start remembering a lot more, so stay off the drink. Especially because the drink is apparently making it worse. And then, just as Del and Grunt were going to go have a little chat, they noticed some dude being an asshole in a shop. And they were like, hey, we don't appreciate assholes, especially not in this town that we've worked so hard to make a decent place. And yeah, it ended up being an orc who was trying to sort of blackmail the shop owner. And we were like, nah. And then he jumped out the window, which I am going to put a copyright claim in for. And and he unfortunately ran headfirst into the blacksmith. So we then had a very, very... Look, after the interrogation, I'm questioning everybody's alignment. Because apparently Alistair was the moral backbone of the party, and the moment he left, we all just became chaotic assholes. And started ripping off fingers.
Literally eating him.
Yeah, Grunt had a few snacks in the form of orc ears and fingers.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit. But yeah, eventually
I did was cast Zone of Truth.
Yes.
True.
True.
But yours didn't stop it.
Yours didn't stop it. Let's where did I scroll down a page? There we go. Apparently he was told by his war boss that he needs to get inside the sewers underneath the city because they want to destroy the city as sort of revenge for when we kicked them all out. And once again, we don't appreciate that kind of behaviour in our town that we've worked so hard to make decent. So we questioned him repeatedly to try and gain a better idea of where this sort of band of orcs are based. Buckley scried on the location that he pointed out and was able to see the camp, and he saw loads of orcs and apparently some ogres and cannon with barrels of gunpowder, which is always concerning, and along with 2 giants. Which is also very concerning. There's a lot of concerning stuff, but I suppose that's normal. At that point, Scylla appeared, apparently having watched all of this. Also didn't intervene. He says that Pratak is doing well, but everybody seems to want to rest, but Del is like, nope, fuck that, every time we try and have a rest, something bad happens, we're finishing the job that we set out to do. So we went straight to the forest to give Pratak her medicine and see her get better in the form of vomiting up horrible, icky black stuff. And this horrible, icky black stuff probably was going to do something awful if it didn't immediately get blasted to high heaven by a druid and a cleric. Thank you to Buckley for that.
She drank her good.
The dryad.
She drank her good bitch juice.
Yes, the dryad helped as well. So Aeonsil goes to have, a nice moment with his mum, and we leave him to it. So we go back and are able to have maybe a rest and actually sleep for the evening, unless people obviously want to do stuff, because I think we stopped at the tavern.
But yeah, you guys had made your way back into the tavern. Scylla had stayed back on the other side, and as did Aeon Sol, who was, tending to his mother. You guys have the run of the place for the evening.
Well, there's nothing I want to do.
Alright. Go ahead, Staggles. No? Okay.
No? No? Okay.
Oh, hey, my thing.
Oh,
Go for it.
you've gone robotic, you got a bad connection, clearly. I think Stanley's having connection issues.
He is. Stanji Marco.
Oh, no, it's not gonna work.
It was only like a 2 or 3 second delay.
Nemo.
Anything we can... Yep, me. Yes.
He's saying he's gesturing after you on the webcam. He's gesturing after you.
Oh, me go. I suspect he wants me to go. At a guess.
Yes.
Be a thing.
Possibly. All right. Grunt's going to put a hand on Dell's shoulder and lead her outside, as she was going to do earlier.
Okay. You're alright, Grunt. Being a bit weird.
She's going to lead you through town until we get to the pier, the little
shit.
fishing thing,
Okay.
and is probably going to just keep walking until we get to the end of the pier.
Is everything okay?
Somebody just reconnected, deconnected. Is everything?
Just me. Don't worry.
Reggie? Okay. Grunt's gonna basically position herself so you're at the end of the pier and she's between you and what would be the exit. And say, in actual words, I don't think you're fit to lead us.
Well, that's unexpected. I mean, I would ask why, but honestly, I could probably think of several reasons.
Grunt's going to slap you hard across the face.
Ow! Fuck!
She doesn't make any emotional gesture or anything again. She says, I don't think you're fit to lead.
What? And what's this? You trying to? What the? What, you want to lead? Why would? Ow! Fuck!
I am a dead woman. I can't lead anything. We need a lead.
Yeah, well, we lost our leader, okay? So we have to make do with
She
dregs.
rolls her eyes, and then she's going to kick you in the foot so to trip you. Basically,
Okay,
run
Dell's
one of
gonna
your
try
feet
to.
over.
Dell's gonna try
Okay,
to dodge that
now-
at this point.
Now I'm going to say make an attack roll, no proficiency, and Dell, it's going to really try to just match her AC.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you've got the displacer cloak on, so he has disadvantage. So make 2 d20 rolls at
Yeah, the first one caught her off guard. Now she's paying attention, so
Yeah. You caught a rogue with 22 passive perception off guard. Well done.
25.
So what would this just be, a strength roll?
Yeah, just a strength roll. I need a disadvantage though.
There you go.
Does not hit her.
Nope.
You just like swing your leg out, and as you do, she's already on the other. You swung your leg from right to left, and she's already now stepped more to your right.
Ron repeats again. I do not think you're fit to lead us.
What, and you think hitting me is gonna make me fit to lead?
Grunt's going to take a hammer.
Fuck.
Or a hammer. Break the pier behind us, so there is no exit. Which I imagine probably wouldn't even take a strength check for her, quite frankly. And
There is a HP for the thing, so I am going to need you to smash it. So I do need you to make an attack roll to see if you break it entire, or if you just make a massive hole in it. You guarantee make a hole. I just need to know how bad you fucked this. Oh, gone.
Okay. Yeah, Dell looks well and truly freaked out at this moment in time.
You just have that cold, intense stare glaring right at you.
Yep.
Del, what do you do?
Ah! Ah, shit, I can't take a step back. Grunt, what is this supposed to prove?
Grunt sighs heavily. I do not think you are fit to lead. And if she's going to
keep
hold her
saying
hammer
that.
up like she's going to attack you, and she's just waiting.
Brain not working.
Is it funny that I got the message?
I guess,
You're busy in a tankard.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not there.
I guess Dell's gonna draw her blades because she doesn't really know what to do, because she thinks that Grunt's probably gonna try attacking her now, which is obviously not great.
Are you going to attack?
No. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Well, you're already at disadvantage to hit anyway.
True.
She's going to not. She's going to choose not to use the thing, the hammer, but she's just going to swing at you with one of her arms, which is probably just an unproficient strength.
Yep, just disadvantage strength roll swing.
But this is like a
Miss.
punch now.
Yep, that's a miss.
Yeah.
Like she's getting worked up to actually start hurting you. And she just says again, I do not think you're fit to lead us.
So Grunt, what I want is Nemo. Would you be okay with having an insight check made by Dell for her to try and understand
Yep.
what the fuck you're doing?
That's
So
fine.
yeah,
Thank you.
so I think that might be your best bet. So
I'm
Delmar,
not
make an
good- I'm
insight
not
check
great at
because
insight. Oh, there we go. Fine.
No, I dare say
try
you get it.
to now, Nemo. Can you explain to Dell what you're trying to convey?
She's looking for you to show leadership qualities.
Got it.
She's
I
she's
figured.
looking for you to fight for a position of leadership, not just to roll over.
Not to which?
Roll over.
Roll over. What she's saying that she doesn't think you can lead, she thinks you can, but you actually have to think it yourself.
Oh boy, this is mental trauma. It's not gonna be. This needs a therapist, not a barbarian.
Yeah, this is
This
where
is
she comes from.
the
This is therapy.
this is the literal equivalent of throwing them in the deep end and saying "Swim, bitch."
Yeah, we need to put that as like the tagline for the episode. Just like, this needs a therapist, not a barbarian. Okay.
Buckley's just in the tavern, drinking, reading through spell book.
Well, since she's managed to sort of gather that, she's gonna stand there with her two blades and just be like, So what? You just want to fight me until either I win or you win? Is this how it works now?
She doesn't answer. Instead, she actually swings at you with the hammer.
Okay, still at disadvantage. Miss.
Still miss. And Dell's gonna actually swing at the extended arm with
Okay.
her dagger as it goes past her.
Okay, straight attack roll. Did I hit you, Grunt?
Nope.
I think it does, but it just like hits just tough tendon, and you don't even cut it.
Yeah. She gives you a look like, that's a good start. Keep going.
Grunt, maybe it works where you're from, but for me, just a display of strength isn't enough to qualify someone as a leader.
I do not think you're fit to lead. And she's going to rage smack you with.
Oh, so
She's
you're
actually going to
raging now.
rage. Yep.
I'm going to end up getting punted off this pier.
Still a miss.
It's,
I'm pretty sure your AC is higher than that, isn't it?
Is it with advantage, disadvantage?
Disadvantage, because
My AC is 19 because I said she was dual wielding.
okay. So that does actually hit. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow, fuck.
She doesn't like overhead swings. She just like swings the hammer forward, like at a midpoint outward, like almost a stabbing motion, and you get the full of it right, or your lack thereof. You now have a raging grunt in front of you, seeming that you want some form of martial test out of you to prove. What do you do, Del?
I had a nightmare like this once. How much space have we got? Have we basically got like literally a 10?
You have maybe like 3 foot around her, like at her back. You probably got about 5 foot. At her front, you have the space you're in.
Yeah, it's basically
and 5 foot,
a 10-foot square, basically.
More or less,
by D&D
barely, yeah.
Okay.
Like there's nothing for you here,
No,
but there's a space here, there's a space here, there's you here and there, and a little bit here. But that's all just.
That's all gone. Right. Let's see. Because Grunt is considerably taller than Delmara, Del is gonna sweep down and slide in between her legs to come out behind her, which I guess is is a tumble action. Is that a tumble action?
That would be a tumble action.
Get him in the nads. Wait. Get him in the vagina. Wait.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't use the tumble action. Alistair's the one that fucking uses the tumble action.
It's just like there to go up for the rules of it, because
yeah.
I didn't expect this.
The tumble is used to move through, quote unquote, an enemy space.
Just make sure Nosda doesn't find out that you didn't include him in a fight. I'll be very unpleased.
Front.
Yep. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, what do you need me from me?
No, I was just saying blame Grunt for not
Oh,
being
blame Grunt, sorry.
What does a tumble action entail?
looking for it. It's in the player's handbook.
Yeah, it's under like special movement or special actions or something. No, it's a DMG.
Hang on, I have
it's a
it here.
DMG one because it's a special one. It's not a player's handbook one.
Sorry, I thought it was in here. I'm looking for it, but I can't find it.
It's
there.
DMG one, not a player's handbook one. Google to the rescue, D&D tumble.
Page 272. There you go, tumble. A creature can try to tumble through a hostile creature space, ducking and weaving past an opponent.
Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check, okay.
Contested by the enemy's acrobatics. So, Grunt, if you want to contest...
acrobatics? I'm just asking.
It has to be acrobatics. It has to be acrobatics.
That's 22 because reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
You try to dash down between the legs, but the knees just buckle up immediately, and you just have no space to slip.
Fuck it.
Good shadow step.
Shadow step to where? There's no space!
There's space behind her. There's space to her sides. You don't have to shadow step behind somebody. It is dark as well. There's plenty of
Yeah, it's light.
True. Yeah, I'm gonna try shadow stepping behind her.
Okay, that'll give you advantage.
And then I'm going to... God, if Spook could see me now. I'm going to attempt to climb up on her back.
Okay, well, first make your attack roll. See how well you get on.
I'm mainly trying to climb more than attack.
Okay. So, you can shadow step up. And
I'm essentially trying to, like, mount...
Okay, with your shadow step, I'll say make an acrobatic check.
Okay.
Grunt, for this moment, you see her like trying to block out in front of you, and then you just see her like drop literally into the floor beneath you, like into the floorboards, into the shadows, and then you just feel two legs on either shoulder. Just, as she appeared from behind and leapt up onto your back.
You gonna do anything while you're up there?
Stabilize myself, because I'm pretty sure that my failed tumble and mounting is definitely my action at this point. So.
Your shadow step does allow an attack, if I'm correct.
No, it just adds a buff to your attack. I can't attack and shadow step. I've already used my action and bonus action if we're doing this in initiative terms.
Well, yeah, you have done. So she has now appeared on top.
All right. I'm going to hold the hammer in one hand, which I've checked, and I am allowed to do, right? I just can't swing with it when I'm... Just doesn't work that way. But I can free a hand, and I'm going to grab you by the ankle in a grapple check, I suppose, and use you as a hammer.
Contested athletics versus acrobatics, then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was rubbish.
Ha-ha!
You reach up to grab her, Grunt, and as your hand reaches up, she lifts up her foot and just puts her foot down on top of your hand by the wrist on your shoulder. Because as anyone knows, getting somebody the wrist basically goes, "Hi, your hand is useless now."
Yep.
So yeah,
Well, that will be my turn, so it's your go again.
you're on top of her.
Yeah, I'm on top. I did not think this through at all.
Nope, not in any way.
I'm panicking!
And the drink.
I guess...
I would dare say you have advantage, being that you're on top of me.
Yeah. Look up rules for mounted combat.
You have it.
Well, you've also got one of my hands pinned, so yeah, I dare say you have advantage.
I'd say you'd have it.
On top and mounted.
Yeah. If I've got your hand pinned, I mean... I suppose Dale's gonna take her knife and sort of put it down, not really near Grunt's neck, I guess more like her shoulder more than anything.
Just sink it into the shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab it into the shoulder.
Go ahead. This is with advantage. Actually, a point to be made as well. Grunt, you haven't taken any damage since your last turn. Your rage dropped.
Yep. Very nice. That's definitely a hit.
And that is sank in. That is 39 points. Grunt, you see, she just looks up and she just like stabs it in a way and gets it around the bone at the collar and just like gets under it, and you can feel it scraping against the bone and it sinks in.
Yep, and I'm using that to stabilize myself. I'm holding onto the blade in.
Yep, it's now an anchor. Send your bonus action to do an offhand attack.
I'm just gonna say, What do you want from me? You want some great leadership speech? You want me to tell you to stop? This isn't the sort of thing that I've been taught to do. I don't get taught to lead, I got taught to follow. And that's all I do.
Okay. Grunt, you've a knife in your shoulder.
I do.
You're not raging, and you remember when you're not raging, oh yeah, shit hurts when I'm not raging. Fuck.
Grunt, I'll probably do this for more roleplay sense, but you suddenly see Grunt sort of reach to you, and you're afraid that you're going to be caught in a big, terrifying bear hug, but she just takes you down gently and holds you gently, just patting your head, and she says, "It's not always strength. It's not always the bear's strength, or the wolf's cunning, or the bird's trickery.
Her hand
You'll
is
have
still on
your
the
own.
shoulder.
You'll have your own path. Doubt is the biggest enemy. You are now our chief. Don't let doubt stab you in the back."
Fault. Democracy.
Oh, I'm gonna cry!
What, you still have your knife in her shoulder?
Yeah. This hug is done with a knife in her shoulder, and she just
Yeah, well, it's Grunt. I feel like I like Del would be aware that even with a knife in the shoulder, she probably wouldn't care all that much. It was more to make a point.
Well,
Yep.
looks like you hurt her. She definitely took a heavy
Yeah, that
grunt.
hurt.
Her like a bitch.
She's just beaming with pride.
So is anybody reacting to the explosion of the period?
There's nobody currently around because it's quite late at night. There's maybe like one or two guards that are close by seeing this and going, we
Yeah,
literally
I'm not
couldn't
doing
do anything if we wanted to, so somebody's going to have to pay for
After just holding you for a moment, it's like a mother just holding a child and just soothing you. She eventually holds you back a little bit and says, "Let's go back. We have much to sell."
I can't learn how to be a leader in like 3 days.
Nobody's expecting you to. She just sort of pinches your cheek, not like hard, just
Never do that again.
you'll be fine.
what the pinch
You
cheek.
can face me. You can face anything.
Hmm.
And then she's going to probably put you back on her shoulder and jump the gap in the pier. Is that an athletics check?
It's only 5 foot. You literally
Yeah.
you could jump, you could almost like, just like while sat down, just use your ass and just poop over. Like, your strength is that high, that shit is next to not even a consideration for you. It may as well just be a step.
An easy stride for me. But
Basically,
Only the whole pier collapses because of the fucking damage he's done.
Oh yeah, the pier's fucked, by the way. There's gonna be a poor
Yeah.
fisherman coming out tomorrow for work going, what the fuck?
Oh no.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
she's
still
gonna
two
carry you-
guards. There's still 2 guards at the end of the pier going, yeah, so who's paying for that?
She signs. I'll fix it tomorrow.
What did she do? I can't read that.
She says she'll fix it tomorrow.
And she's going to take you into the tavern with you on her shoulder, and there's going to,
If Del's on
Sort of
her
heralding you
shoulder,
as a-
she's going to be very uncomfortably aware of the huge gash that's just been left there, and just sort of be like, "Ooh."
Well, kind of not, because I picture it's more like legs on either side of the head thing, so you kind of can't actually see it.
Eh.
Because I picture you got her there, like in between the bone, so you kind
Right.
of can't see that with legs on either side.
yeah, did you even remove the knife? It might still be
Well,
in there.
yeah. I mean, once we stopped fighting, she probably would have removed it.
But yeah, she's going to go to the tavern, and she's going to be dancing around with you on the thing.
Ah!
Just take that knife out for it.
Yeah, there's probably blood dripping
Take
off.
it out!
There's
Take it out!
nothing
Take it
underneath
out! Ah! Put it back! Put it back! Put it back!
Yeah.
I swear to
Man.
the gods, do not do that again.
She sits you down on a chair and just ruffles your hair.
Stop!
Yeah.
Goes to-
Stop!
Goes to Sergi to get drink.
I'm not there.
Yeah, and it's not so fucked off.
Nosta's not at the tavern?
Only temporarily. Chill out.
No, he went to where the good stuff is.
Yeah, Buckley, Grunt and Del come in, and because Grunt doesn't really wear much armor, she wears more just like hides that are more like for aesthetic than
Yeah,
anything.
they're more fur than actual hide. They're just, more for warmth and
Clothes.
it.
They're just
Yeah.
clothes.
They're
Yeah,
not,
she's
they're
got a
not party
massive
hides.
wound in her chest or in her shoulder.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna be looking through the spell book. Okay, let's see. I got that.
We have the situation under control.
She just
Right,
grabs a stone,
right.
whatever's available, and then pulls a little bit on the wound, and then keeps. One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me.
How much black eye does Del have right now?
She actually got
I mean, I did get.
I would say
I got hit pretty hard.
you got hit by Grunt. I'd say that you definitely, there's a little bit of swelling on
Yeah, there's gonna be a big bruise on that arm.
the swelling on your cheek, and where she hit you with the hammer itself in the gut. Yeah, it's definitely.
That's gonna be bruised in the morning.
Not you used to that.
Yeah, I am.
I'll cast 2 fucking healing words, both at 3rd level.
It doesn't need to be that high, Jesus.
That's for Grunt. That
Yeah.
stops the bleeding.
Oh, and then the second one I'll do it. Second level for.
It's like,
for-
30 is like one of my best sneak attack rolls I've ever done. Of course, you did
Yeah.
with a teammate.
Yeah, that's a really good roll. But yeah, as you guys like come in, Buckley has to immediately start fixing you, and there's drinks around, and Grunt is just being Grunt. Nosdo, you're walking through the late. Actually, I will say, if you go to the forge, the smith isn't there. So if you want to find him, go make an investigation check for me.
He
oh
has
no,
gone.
he's gone.
Timing.
If Tiny,
Oh.
if your computer's struggling to have Tiny Chat and Discord, maybe just do Discord for a bit.
Oh. Fuck it.
Oh dear.
I'll do this. Come on, you piece of shit.
I like how
Hello?
that's the part
Hello?
that came through clearly. Hello.
Fucking, as soon as I stopped talking, it was fine for that whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah, like I'm just gonna go back.
You're just gonna go back to.
Try typing your response because you keep cutting out.
Mm-hmm. Just pop it into Roll20. Cool. Make your way back to the tavern, Nosdo, and you will see a blood-stained shouldered Grunt and a somewhat bruised Del is, as always, not drinking.
Yep.
I will laugh.
That's a free action.
Yes.
I will
yes.
be more concerned about the bruised Dell than the fucking front bleeding, I'll be fairly honest. But not concerned enough to ask anything.
And where have you?
Grunt's probably going to grab you and start pouring drink into you.
Why do you care? Genuinely, why do you care? I just went to the blacksmith, but it wasn't there, so I'm back.
Well, you know, you went missing and then you ended up in the Underdark. Wouldn't want it to happen again.
Well, yeah, but shut up.
You shut up.
Fine. No. How dare you?
Also,
You mean me?
out of character here. I have thought about doing thaumaturgy and making my voice boom like, what the fuck did you do? I was like, it's late at night. I don't want to wake the neighbors.
You don't wanna be that asshole.
Yeah.
Yenaro shows up. There was a noise complaint.
There was a noise complaint.
So, Core is gone.
Core has done so little, he might have just gotten AFK.
So, Dell
Yeah.
and the rest of the people, you going to kill something tomorrow? Is that the plan? What's up? What are we doing?
We should probably do something about these orcs that want to attack this city, because it was a pain in the ass to get it off them. I'm not doing it again.
I mean, the more orcs I can murder, the happier I'll be, really.
I would second that feeling, to be honest.
You want to murder everyone, always.
Yeah, but I really don't like orcs.
Are
See.
we heading out first in the morning, or has anyone got something to do?
Yeah, probably first thing in the morning would be great.
First thing in the morning. I guess we could check in with Aeon. I imagine he's probably going to be up all night talking with his mother. But hopefully in the morning he'll at least be. He might be. I don't know if he'll be finished, but he might listen. He might spend some time talking to us.
I hope that whole thing doesn't go bad.
Yeah, I hope so too. Especially since we worked so hard for it.
Well, I think I'm more concerned about people, or one specific not-so person, finding out about the fact that she's alive.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are concerned about people finding out she's alive.
I mean, shit, if I have to kill a dragon, I'll kill a dragon, but I'd rather not.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
Either way,
So,
yeah.
I get-
Also, are we concerned about the tunnel? Didn't they say they have a tunnel under the city?
I think he said they were trying to gain they wanted to try and gain access to the tunnel. That's why he
But
was.
from this side, what about the other side of the tunnel?
I guess, yeah.
Are they like? I know this will never happen. But what if they decide to use the tunnel tomorrow when we're there and the city all of a sudden goes boom boom? Fuck.
Well,
I mean, if we look, because the guy said that the attack was going to be in 2 days. So hopefully we've got a little window. So I guess the option is we go overground and like go for this camp, or we go into the sewers ourselves and find this tunnel.
I feel like it'd be a waste of time if we can get there before they meet. But it might be a good idea to go there and then return via the tunnel to make sure.
Yeah, we could cave in the tunnel on our way back to make sure that nothing else uses it.
And by
Jonathan and Mugmug, who are there and are with you as you're having this conversation. Well, if you want, we could probably stay behind and make sure that the tunnels are okay. And if I find an entrance, I don't want to go to the extreme of doing it, but I could break one down if there was an entrance in. But I can do that for you guys if you want to focus more on the external issue.
I feel like having a tunnel in and out of the city can be handy. The only problem is it'd be
We
nice
don't
if
want others to know about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
that's the
don't know
main
if anyone else besides the people we're going to dispose of tomorrow, are gonna know. Is there anyone else that knows about it?
They probably know about it because, if I'm correct, when we originally showed up here, they were using it as more like operating out of it, and they kept most of their forces in there. So that's probably why.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
here.
but I
before,
imagine
they were here
they-
before us.
They might know it better than most, but I don't think there's going to be many people who know those sewers well. And I doubt, aside from maybe a few rat catchers, if anyone actually goes down.
Anyone?
What was that? Sorry, you cut out. I just heard anyone.
uh,
His camera's frozen again.
Well,
Just stop using Tiny Chat, my lad. It'll be easier.
Yeah, the camera's probably not helping.
But as you're continuing,
no.
Jonathan?
He's currently like got a small thing he's looking through. It's like, well, I'm actually thinking I might be able to prepare some things tomorrow for shaping earth and setting up stone walls that might essentially blockade it to a point of if anyone was trying to get through, there'd be a lot of activity and noise that might alert others.
Mm-hmm.
So I might be able to. It'll take me the entire day, but I might be able to solidify something solid down there. If I find a location that seems like it's going to the outside of the city, I'll notify Yanero if Aeon is not back yet, and we'll seal that as best we can.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have Mugmug with me, so let's be fair, I won't need much muscle.
Could
But
make
I might
another.
Maybe Sildar will be able to help as well, though I don't know if he has other things he has to tend to tomorrow.
If you could make another concealed exit somewhere far away, and
I'm trying to think of where might be an idea for setting up with. We might.
Complete.
There isn't really a waterway really under here. There isn't a massive water well or anything for a deep reserve. There's a one, but I might be able to get something that goes a little bit lower down the stream. This is going to take me maybe a week to properly craft something out with spells, because otherwise it's going to be a very deep and continuous activity and effort. But I might be able to do something.
Well, we may not really have a week. We have a few days at best, and we want to try and.
Well,
I'd
I can
like
definitely
to try and head them off and get to them before they get to us.
Okay. I can definitely set something up to stop them from using the current entrance. And I think then I can do that in a day. I can definitely do that in a day, certainly.
Good.
After that, then, I might spend time creating a personal access way for us that we know of that can be used to our advantage then. So...
Alright.
seal off the old ones, and I'll see about using the waterway and following it downstream to a point where I might be able to get something underground at the waterway through. A few hallucinatory terrain things as well might help, just to feign that nothing's there for a bit, and a bit of a slow build, a few changing shapes into things that are good at digging. Definitely going to be an easy task, but if you want me at it, I can definitely try it.
Yes, that sounds like a good use of your time. That will certainly help. In the meantime, we just I guess we have a vague idea of where this so-called camp is. Should we just take the fight straight to the camp?
I reckon. I don't see why not. It doesn't sound like they have anything that, can give us too many problems.
Well, they've got two giants. That sounds a little problematic, if I'm honest.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just
We're fine.
pats him on the shoulder. How could I forget? Iconic.
One could say it's a giant problem.
If I
Maybe I swear to God.
and Jonathan speaks up again, if I might make a suggestion, might be an idea to scout out the area first, where this camp is and what's around this camp. So, I mean, that's probably going to be the best idea for Delmara. Orcs aren't known for being, well, I know it for a fact, we're not known for being the most perceptive. And unless there's...
It's just the matter of time.
Well, if you guys get there, how far away do you think it is?
You have the best idea of how far it was, Buckley.
I believe it was less than a day.
Yeah, it's less than a day. It's about 10 miles.
Yeah.
10 miles. Yeah, that's what,
Yeah.
That's...
It was I think it was a 2 to 3 hour walk kind of thing.
It's about a proper march of 5 to 6 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, idea. Do we
That's what
travel
you-
there today? Or towards it?
Well,
It's already night.
Tonight
It's already
you mean.
night.
It's night.
Yeah, and then rest
I-
before we do anything in the morning.
We don't want to run into a patrol and be caught off guard while we're trying to rest.
That's
Yeah.
sort of fair.
I'd rather rest here and be sure that I can get all my stuff prepared, and then go off into this fight.
I'm surprised you don't want to say Nosda. This is probably the first time you've been in a town with a bed for probably several months.
I'll get used to it.
So
It's
tomorrow,
the drink that was the problem, not the bed. The bed's fine.
so tomorrow morning we head out and try and scout the area around the camp. It'd probably be a good idea to try and lay low as much as we can. I'm sure once people start dropping, I'm sure they'll know that things are afoot. But if we can try to quietly take out some people, then
I mean, I think as much as I wouldn't normally want to go alone, I think you are literally the only person who's capable of doing that.
no, that's fair. I'm not a fan of going off by myself either, but unfortunately, You know,
Oh, I mean-
you guys aren't very quiet.
Hey, I do not have disadvantage on stealth anymore, so screw you.
I've gotten better at stealth. I have a 3.
Run
And
loudly.
disadvantage.
I also have a 3.
I know how to stealth. Do you though? Do you though?
And also, you need to remember the stockiness of your party. You've got 2 people that are built in at over 6 foot.
Look,
Immediately,
the second
immediately
quietest
now,
person in
gonna
this
work.
group has now gone.
We can paint grunt green. Well, I mean,
Hey,
I suppose if we get within a mile to it, we can follow behind you about, I don't know, 100 meters or so. Sorry, feet or so.
I guess. I mean, thankfully now, due to recent events, if I do get found out, I've got at least a chance to possibly escape.
Or murder them while you're at it. Shit.
Both work.
just to clarify, Stanju, when you said paint grunt green, were you referring to camouflage in with the surrounding terrain, or to make it look like an orc?
Bit of both.
We're in a desert.
Yeah.
I thought we were going into a forest.
This is Savannah,
Never mind, we'll paint you yellow.
the world's largest GIF.
It's just to sit down and we go, look, it's a rock. Hide behind the rock.
Yeah, I'm already grey. I probably look fairly rocky.
She raises an eyebrow. She doesn't know why.
Well, I mean, so, was got anything else? I want to go to bed.
It's probably a good idea, unless anyone else has anything they want to say.
Grunt signs, if somebody could wake her up at first light to fix the pier, that would be wonderful.
Don't worry about it, guys. We'll sort that out.
Sorry, pier?
Yeah, it's not important.
No, it is.
We
It has to do.
we had a
No.
conversation and it got a little intense
Why did the suffer?
because Grunt was there.
Why was you on the pier?
It was a private place to talk.
I'm going to bed.
You do that.
As you guys are late and having drinks in, it's probably getting close to about like 11:30 at night, and the door kicks open of the tavern, and in comes the now very fatigued-looking older man that is the smith. And it's weird because you're not used to seeing him tired, but he has bags over his eyes, and it's clear that he's trying to get back into the rhythm. Oh yeah, I need to fucking. And he just like motions to all of you, then just moves past you and tries to go up.
You said you were looking for him. There you go. You found him.
Yeah, timing's wrong. Fine, I'll go up. I'll buy him a drink if he wants one.
Yeah, he was already making his way upstairs as you like get up and you have a drink in your hand.
Look, out of the kindness of my heart, at some point, because you have a twinkle in your eye and I might have some spare time, do you want to examine this? And I point out my armor.
Look, even if I did spend a month, a year, looking over all the intricacies of your gear, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. That's old shit. That's the kind of stuff that the craft of has been lost. Like, there's no more of these. And the last people who made them were only the dwarves. When I was younger, I was taught by them, but that doesn't mean I have anywhere near the skill level to pull off that kind of gear.
Reverse engineering is also a skill, but saying that,
I'm not taking apart that arm.
are you not taking apart the armor? But you can always learn stuff from looking at it. Either way, doesn't look either of us at time. It was just an offer.
Thanks.
If it happens that I'm doing anything and you're around, you are more than welcome to pop the question, because, you know.
I will say the only thing that I saw that really got me was the rune on the hammer, because those things I was taught a little bit. I have nowhere near the materials to make anything like them, but I'm aware of some of them, and that is, your gear is insane. It's maddening.
Your is a way to put it. Do me a favor and don't gossip about it, because I feel like there could be people that either might want it or will question why I have it, and I don't want to say either why or how.
That's fair.
I'm not comfortable with it myself, but
You're an
holy
adventurer.
shit.
You get gear off it, but yeah, holy shit is right. And yeah, if you die in that armor, just go straight to Murden in the afterlife and ask for a refund, because that's some shit if you get killed.
I think I'll be alright. If I die, it's probably going to be my own fault.
Right. I'm gonna go sleep, and he just like gives you back the mug. He hasn't even touched the drink.
Oh, I'll down it and go to bed.
So, does everyone make their way to bed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll probably sleep on a floor, but yep.
Yeah, you have the habit of sleeping on Dell's floor.
Yep.
Am I going to be allowed to rest in peace, or are you going to attempt some weird rice again?
Grunt has already started being deathly silent. She's already done a and then just silence.
You guys share a room? Come on, we have money.
It's not that
She's like-
it's not about money. It's what Grunt likes to do.
She's like a bearskin rug.
She would rather share a room than not, and Dell has gotten past the point of arguing.
But
Yeah, not share. Having your own room is a very civilized thing. And most cultures in the world don't do that. Pre-civilization, I should say.
I think Dell's just grown to accept it. So yeah, I guess we have a rest.
Okay. Alright, just give me a sec while I just get up some notes. I should have gotten this up.
That's alright, take your time.
oh,
A cat has appeared!
ow!
Meow.
What are you doing? You gonna come up?
I think his subclass is fiend. Subrace, sorry.
She.
I'll get one of my words right.
Come on then.
To be fair, it's 8 probably, because fucking hell.
Don't be mean! Come on.
Don't get me wrong, I
She
love the
might-
little fiend.
She shits while we eat. She's the mean one.
I mean, you can't go to the bathroom at dinner time?
And I'm the closest one to the fucking litter tray.
It's not her fault you decided to eat so close to her bathroom.
That's where I've been placed by them.
If you want to sit somewhere else, you can. You got the entire table.
Nah, I like that scene.
Just see.
I
Okay.
have claimed it.
So, as you all make your way to sleep, individually to some rooms, others sharing rooms, and your slumber takes you, Grunt. You often have sleep, dreamless nights. No entertainment, it's just a matter of consciousness leaving you, consciousness coming back, and it is dawn. And your eyes are closed, and as it is there, you just hear the sounds of combat, sounds of battle. And you wake up and you kick up immediately, feeling sand underneath you. Sand at the back of your neck, down your hair, your back, and you look and you're in the middle of a sand pit. And you're in the arena again. You see people dying around you, gladiators in ridiculous armors or garbs and nets, and you just hear the roar of the crowd around you. It becomes deafening to the point where you reach up for your ears. And just one voice rings out over all of it, saying the word Valkyrie. And you look around, it's omnipresent. Valkyrie. And then you begin hearing other verses. Murderer, Widowmaker, traitor, monster, savage. And eventually you're looking around and it's no longer a crowd. It is just all these silhouetted black figures with eyes of white looking out at you. Until you see one individual in a sandpit near you. A woman. You see this brass armor with this Grecian helmet that comes down between the bridge of the nose and around the cheeks and the face guard. All brass armor. A large spear in one hand and a shield over the other. And you just see their eyes flash with this kind of amber glow. Valkyrie. And as that happens, your consciousness leaves you. And you go back into darkness. And you begin feeling heat. This constant roaring fire around you and in you, a rage that you feel in your heart. And you already feel your arms swinging while your eyes are still dark. You open and you just see a figure slumped dead in front of you. Your warhammer, the maul you wield, bloodied at the head. You swing again. You see fiends. You see orcs. You see dragons, you see monsters, and you swing, and you feel like you are in a euphoria for hours of combat. You are bloodied and you are drenched. And this time, you feel another voice call out, Valkyrie. But this one is more cruel, more eager for blood. The other one was more of a eternal, judgmental kind of voice. This was a very eager to watch what you're doing and the carnage, like somebody who would call out Valkyrie while you were in the arena. But no one individual. And eventually you see, as you look around, a dragon just grayed in color slumping down in front of you, and a humanoid figure with an enormous greatsword pulling the blade out through the neck of the beast. They are also in this this suit of armor that is Roman Imperial in design, like a centurion with a great mane, but the mane is of fire. The eyes roar with this flame, and around all of them there is just this lick of like small tendrils of flame just dusting out around all sides. And you see those eyes glare at you. Valkyrie. And at that, consciousness fades from you. You go back to slumber until the morning.
I imagine Grunt wakes up and just sort of lies there fairly still, but raises a hand and just sort of traces the mark on her head.
The mark's gone. And you look down at your
check my hand, yeah.
You look down at your palms. And in one palm, you see one symbol, and in your other palm you see another symbol. Make a religion.
Oh, damn.
Hey!
Okay. One of these.
It helped out.
Mm-hmm. One of these is on your left hand, and it is a symbol of a boot with winged bits to them. And you think for a moment, and you remember people speaking of appeasing the gods in your tribe. More than just ancestors, the gods themselves, those that you would go to if you were great in mortal life. That is the symbol of the goddess of justice, Vairia. On your right hand, in this, while that one is like raised skin, like it's an old scar that's healed in this shape, on your right hand, you see a helm. Just a centurion-style helm designed from right to left, from the back of the head to the front of the head design. And that is the helm and design of Apexium, the ever-burning, the god of war. And with those checks, I'll say you're aware of the fact that Apexium is often highly praised amongst a lot of warrior cults, and is often the god who is called upon or has actively sought out demons on the greater planes, as he is the god responsible for slaying Tyrontium, the god of tyranny, in the eons past. However, Vairia is known for being the god of justice, and she is known for having personally slain the god of decay, Peronius. Both of these two individuals were seen as demon gods. I'll write their names down now.
Got goosebumps.
That is the god of tyranny and the god of decay.
How do you spell the name of the god of war? Sorry. How do you spell that one?
Jeff. Appendix.
Hey, I spelled it right.
Pexium.
Apexium. Whilst Apexium brutally beat down Tyrontium and choked him on his own chains, Peronius was stabbed through the heart by Vairia as it gored her through with this heavy rusted blade. But she let herself be lifted over him in the death, and her holy blood poured out into his open wounds like acid and tore him from the inside out, until he was left not but a husk. Somewhere on the material plane, they say his body is there. This was millennia ago. There is no living creature that old. You know these tales because these have been exemplifications to you of the power to strike down evil, and the demand to do so has been called upon many times. You've heard of people being spoken to about these religions, about these individuals. But nobody in your family or maybe your clan has heard of it. You've heard of some of these tales from them, as if old tales to help educate and guide children in the right way, like old fairy tales used to be. Some of these you heard from the arena, from people who sought out justice, saying that Vairia will strike down those who have trapped us here, or that Apexium would break the chains, as he is the breaker of chains, just as Tyrontium is the god of chains, the chainer. And I will say, because you're aware of Apexium, and his battle with Tyrontium, you're aware of both their titles, as Apexium is the ever-burning and the chain breaker. Tyrontium is the god of tyranny, the chainer, the ferocious, but then the weak, and then the chained. But he has been, as he always is, king of 1,000 eyes. Whereas Peronius is the god of decay, the everlasting, and the enduring. And you lie down, you're still lying, looking at your hands, just up above you as you're there. One symbol to the goddess of justice, one symbol to the god of war.
Damn.
They're doing sausages downstairs and you can all smell it.
All right.
I was
I
like,
think
who's
Ron's
gonna
gonna-
get this? Ah, this one gets.
Yeah, Grunt's gonna sit up and put on her gauntlets and stuff and go downstairs.
Yeah, and as you put on the gauntlets, you have this moment of like putting them on and preparing yourself for the day. And as you like look back over one gauntlet you have on the other one, symbols are on the backs of each of your gauntlet.
Oh damn. Yeah, Grunt's gonna go downstairs and show this to the cleric, I think.
The cleric is currently AFK.
Yeah, but that's what she's going to do when the time.
She's gonna go, what this?
No, she got a pretty good idea, but might seek other counsel. To her mind, she believes that yeah, the bear, and the totems of the bear and the bird have obviously what I suppose you'd call parlayed, and yeah, this her task has been set.
Dell, you can look as you're like getting like somewhat up as well. You've been up and you're just like reading or doing something else for your time. Yeah, Grunt just wakes up and is just like staring.
You're not going to start swinging at me again, are you?
I show her the new hand marks and the fact that the marks on my forehead and hand are now gone, and now there's these new ones, and they're also gauntlet.
Yeah, there is
They also
no mark of shame anymore on her forehead.
Do I recognise the mark she shows me? Am I familiar?
Make religion check.
Okay. Bye, cat. She's like, I'm
Meow.
Fuck religion.
I can't deal with gauntlets.
She just hears the word gauntlet, she gets triggered. It's like, no more gauntlet. I'd say you're more aware of. Virea is more of a minor deity, but Apexium, especially in this kind of a war and a world, you are aware Apexium is a primary deity.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the god of war. And you know his title of the Everburn. And that's a symbol. The other one? It's familiar. It's definitely one of those ones where you've seen a list or you've seen like a line of different symbols at clerics or church for prayer, but you can't pinpoint where it's.
I zoned out in that RE lesson.
Yeah.
What's this about religion?
Yeah, okay. Cool. And just when I thought we'd finished with all the god stuff for a while, it comes back with someone else now, apparently. Is this like a sequential thing now? We're gonna have Alistair and you, and like, obviously Buckley, it goes without saying. I mean, I'm sure Moradin seems to like Nosdo, so...
I mean, that might just be because he's a dwarf.
Is this just what we're dealing with now? Just...
I will say as
God
well
stuff.
with I will say as well, Delmara and Will Grunt with your natural 20, just because you were mentioning it, the primary gods that are worshipped are Apexium, Corellian, Muradin, Ioun, and the Platinum Father.
Grunt shrugs and says, just signs to her, best to ask the cleric, I think.
I would agree to that.
Here's the signs, but this is no doubt a sign that my death march is the path.
I mean, I guess you could consider it a good sign. I'd say it's more a good sign than a bad sign. So maybe we're going the right way about things. But not my strong point. Gotta say, you should probably go talk to Buckley.
She gives a thumbs up and gets ready to face the dark. And yeah, we go find Buckley probably.
Buckley's probably already downstairs having a plate of sausages.
Well, actually, mainly because I would have actually woken up early. Mainly because I needed to redo my spell list.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was up praying and getting that all sorted.
So you're up downstairs having sausages while looking over your notes.
Pretty much.
And having some nice bacon too. Basically, this is as meaty a breakfast as you want, or it's as much of a veggie breakfast as you want. How much continental or how much fucking otherwise do you want? That's basically the case of it.
I mean, the thing is, Buckley is a big lad. He needs the protein.
You getting your protein.
You don't get a lot of veggies where Grunt comes from. She's more into the meat. She'll eat them, don't get me wrong, but yeah.
You eat whatever's put in front of you. You're a fucking...
Pretty much.
You're the rubbish bin of the party. Anything goes in.
Yep.
Which I appreciate.
Well, enough out of character, I was actually getting hungry, so I was like, well, I know there's food upstairs. I'm gonna go grab some real quick.
That's fair.
Any failed cooking experiments can just be fed to Grunt without complaint.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
don't waste the potato skin. You might
I'll
peel
eat it.
potatoes, like, oh, we got place for that.
It's a bit of roughage. It's good for you.
As you guys are like getting ready and sitting down in the morning, Grunt, yeah, you do make your way over to Buckley whilst he's like faced in the book, like choosing this spell, this spell, this spell.
The amount of stuff that's been happening, I should get a book. Just so I can frickin' write everything down.
I poke Buckley in the forehead gently with my index finger just to get his
Boop.
attention.
Boop!
Boop.
It's like the Reinhardt one. Boop.
Hello, Grunt. How may I be of service?
Buckley, the massive obvious wound and scar and mark on her forehead's not there.
Right.
So we've woken up to some changes. We'd like a professional medical clerical opinion.
I do a display.
Well, it looks like
showing
the
that
scar is healed. Good, yeah.
I showed the
I
palm.
mean, what
The palm is now clear, but then I turn it around and show there's a symbol on one hand. Put the gauntlet on. It's still on the back of the gauntlet. Show the other hand. Take off the gauntlet. There's a symbol. Put it back on. There's still a symbol.
Make a religion check.
I go to the blacksmith again.
Where's
I'm
the
right here, Stanley.
blacksmith?
Actually, yeah, you can make shit. Never mind. I'll wait till they're done.
There's just a queue of people waiting for Buckley in the morning.
Fucking
Mr.
just wanted to get my
Popular.
spells prepped.
I stand in line.
Cleric.
I'll say you have your
Well-
spells prepped. By the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
I'll say you're fine.
Alright,
While
so...
While you're
Religion
inspecting
check.
a hand, I just imagine she's grabbed like a frying pan and is drinking the grease.
Ugh.
Ugh. Religion check. 21.
Yeah, everything I just said.
Yeah.
But unless somebody has a really crude sense of humor and somehow, as you know, managed to sneak into the same room as Delmara, which no. Yes. It looks like either Grunt's been given the fact of she's been chosen, or she's been given options.
See, basically, Grunt, what's going on here is it's like those sporting events. You know, you got your two sponsors. You know, they're brandishing you. You know, putting all that shit all over you. So, all right, this is our guy right here. Now, whether or not they both want you, that's nice. Or if they want you to make a choice, I'm not sure.
You are aware, by the way, that they both have very different. They're both gods that do engage in war and are praised in war, but Vairi is more law, organization, proper meting out of retribution. Epexium is just burn the house down.
Yeah, so
He is
He might
literally
be
a
a-
war god.
Lawful good,
Right.
chaotic good.
yeah, it's basically a thing of
Chaotic neutral, actually. That's what his alignment is. Can't remember.
Yeah.
She is lawful good, actually. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, it's basically pick your flavor. Pick your flavor. You know. Yeah, yeah.
Grunt-
Feeling
Grunt
like
nods.
bringing justice, you know, right to the man through the process, or you just want to fucking burn the goddamn place down.
Grunt nods and looks at both hands, considering them equally, and she signs after a bit that. So, I'll have to choose how I go about this revenge. I'll have to think about this long and hard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a decision to be made lightly.
No, not at all. Not when dealing with gods. Oh god, definitely not dealing with gods now.
There's been a lot of dealing with gods lately. I don't know if I like it.
I mean, I kind of have to. I want my powers.
Yeah, I know it's slightly different for you, but I mean, like, in general.
Yeah, true.
Also, there is the whole thing, considering, you know, being negative, but whenever something good happens, there inevitably is going to be something bad happening. So the fact that all of these blessings and holy rewards and divine signs are happening just makes me think, what's coming next?
Grunt signs.
Well, if you see here in this diabolical plan, on page 5, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to get up my crazy person wall.
Grunt signs, if it's any consolation, she expects her revenge quest will end in her death, so it's probably that.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
All
Hey,
well,
Buckley!
Next in line.
Especially
Can you-
since... Sorry. You
No, go ahead.
I just want to say, we don't want this to end in people's death, especially because there's a chance that we're being pointed towards that arena place, and if there's anything we learned yesterday, it's that we want as few deaths as possible to occur there.
Buckley!
And I've got if
Yes.
for a quest like this, I have to be going in fully expecting to lose every. Nothing can hold me back.
Okay, right. Can you?
Sorry!
No, you're alright. Can you make me 20 of these, and I should bullet.
Huh.
Do you have the medal?
Actually, to be fair, I probably do. Perhaps. If not, I'll just pop to the blacksmith and get you some. I mean,
I mean, if you're giving me medal, I can probably make you as much as you want.
I just need like 20 for now. I'll go to the blacksmith and. Is it a 1-for-1 trade, or you need more to get less? How does it work?
You have to refine down usually with some materials, so you have to take a lot and you have to work it.
What if it's an ingot?
An ingot,
Yeah,
I
it's
could
already,
definitely
An
do.
ingot's already processed, so
Yeah, I think it's
I'll-
already processed.
I'll get you an ingot. See how much you can make out of it, and I will.
I'm just gonna use fucking fabricate.
Yeah, he's just gonna snap your finger.
As you're having this discussion, Grunt eyes light up like she just remembered something, and she goes out and goes about fixing them. As much as her work would be considered fixing.
Yeah, there's already just a few temporary boards that have just been put along it, and there's just like somebody at the end of the pier fishing.
Wait, Woodwork? Hang on. How dare you? Well, I'm not there. I've walked
I
off.
thought you make sails. That's technically, fabric.
Look, when you're in the sea, you also have to beat some boards together.
Yeah,
You learn things.
shipwright. Yeah, shipwright has to do a lot. Has to wear a lot of hats. Sails is probably his specialty, but
Sails!
sail.
Boat!
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll say doesn't even take an effort. 2 ingots, so 5 silver for the bullets. Not even.
Okay. Over.
When I've done making the pier as best I think I can, I'm just gonna grab
I'm
Nosdale
saying
by the back.
make a dex check to make sure. Make a dex check because you have to do it properly and you have to control your strength to do it right. So you're trying to be like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put fucking bent nails in here.
Because I mean, you could try to push them in with your thumb, but that takes too long.
Ow.
I'm pretty sure I've got woodwork.
Damn.
There are other numbers!
Sorry, I had woodworking tools. I forgot I was a prison.
You can buy them back. You can buy back a set of it for like 2 or 3 gold.
I think there's a divine blessing.
That's a saw,
Don't
that's a
take bit
hammer.
that's 2 credits.
You set up your woodwork across it, like you just see a few like things have been left up there and everything, and you just the guy who's just at the end of the pier fishing just hears something snap as you just literally are with your with any blade you have, you're just like, which you shouldn't be doing physically, but you just cut through the wood to make perfect lengths because you put it up against another wood that's previously there, and you just cut that, and you go up to the next one, you put it in, hammer, cut that, use the previous one for reference as you go. And with the nails, then it's just literally you just put it up straight, dang, 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 dang. Takes you maybe 30 minutes to set up 6 or 7 boards.
I can only imagine it's Grunt literally using a sword like the fucking paper guillotine.
Yeah, that's
With
exactly
fucking
how
wood.
I'm picturing it.
I don't actually have a sword, so I'm actually half imagining just getting the wood lighting up. It's like, okay, hit it very quickly and then just smack it so hard that it's a perfect, just like, thunk, like the wood's like, what the fuck was that?
It's actually cut perfect.
Yep.
Hey, Buckley. Ingots.
Yeah.
When she's done, she's going
I snap my fingers and
Ooh.
make like 50 rounds. That way I don't have to fucking deal with this later.
Buckley, I just picture you just like look at it, you just headbutt it, and there's just bullets left.
No, it's like he hands me the ingots. I go, you want to see a magic trick?
No, but thanks. That'll last me for about 2 months. Maybe. We'll see how far I am from everything again.
Just pachinko happens.
Yeah, just
I just start picking them up off the floor.
Basically.
Grunt comes back to the tavern, grabs Nosdo by the back of his armor, just carries him along until she gets to the pier, and just sort of points him towards it. As in, as up.
You can definitely tell that there's maybe 6 or so boards that are just freshly cut and put in. They're not varnished or anything, but they're solid.
I mean, it'll need a bit of work, but I mean, as far as wood goes, you're right. Good work. Fuck. What the? How?
I'm also picturing you're still being held up the entire time. Just like one arm behind the thing.
Put me down, please.
I take him back to land and gently put him back in the. Just give him the thumbs up and then head back to the tavern. I'm happy now. I did my
Run,
work.
providing more and more reason that she's just a fucking enigma. Oh, by the way, guys, you were all wrong, and your guess is a class. Clearly, Grant's going to become a wizard.
Yes.
I guess
wizard.
wizard.
Did you? Oh shit! Because see, I was focusing on something else in my notes. I only saw paladin, druid, cleric.
Yeah. Obviously a wizard of the muscle variety.
War mage.
I cast
Unicorn
fist.
wizard.
Block, block, block.
Power!
I'm good to go. Whatever, whenever. You're back.
Okay.
Transmutation, turning stuff into other stuff.
Anyone who hasn't, look up Craft Guides to D&D. Very good series. Okay, so you've all had your breckies,
Duration, portals and mixing.
prepared your spells.
I suppose we'll go see. I'm guessing he probably isn't, but I'll go check if Aeon Sil is actually around the town.
Okay, make an investigation check to find the big. DC isn't high. He's basically the proficitioner of the town, and he's fucking. Okay. So you go and you eventually find he's doesn't look like he slept much, but he's talking with Yanero and like one or two other people that seem like to be proficient shop owners or things like that, and he's explaining out details of the fact that there might be issues in the future and that they need emergency policies for if stuff goes awry, what the soldiers need to do, what the civilians need to do, who can organize them and move them while things go down. And eventually, as this is happening, you do approach. And he looks over. Thanks, gentlemen. That'll be all for now. Yanaro, just check on with the guards, and I want everyone to be aware of what we need. If that's okay. Yanaro does his typical quiet, silent move. And he turns over towards you then. Alright, Del.
As well as the cannery, I suppose. We're thinking that we're just going to make a move today.
Okay.
No sense in waiting. We're going to go head out and try to locate this orcish camp and maybe try to deal with it.
Good. That's awesome. I remember him saying it was maybe about like 10 miles or so away or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The prisoner has not apparently given any more information, although he tried to break out twice.
Brave.
It worked out as well as you could expect, the fact that Yanero was there. So
Yes.
he's now properly stripped and put into simple clothes so that he cannot have anything to break out.
Right.
It's like an orcish equivalent of you if it was a lot stupider.
So not like me at all, then.
Yeah, exactly. More just a skill set, or lack thereof on his part. So yeah, find out what this is with this orc boss or this chieftain or whoever is organizing it, because we don't get much out of the Badlands, but I don't want them to be starting to come up here and think that we're easy targets either.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
Jonathan is going to go down with Mugmug and have a look at maybe addressing this so-called tunnel and perhaps sealing it off a little bit at this end.
Oh, excellent. That's really good, actually.
I'm ordering them around and they're listening to me. Wow.
Fuck you, Sadie.
So, yeah, he may want some assistance in that area from this end.
I'll send 2 or 3 guys down with him to keep an eye and to give him a hand with anything me.
He also had a few other plans about digging a water source, but that's something that's gonna take like a couple of days, few weeks. I imagine.
We do have a well and sewer system anyway, so he might be thinking.
You should probably talk to him about it.
Yeah, I'll rendezvous with him. Yeah. And you just watch; he's just like rubbing the
Have all of that.
grit out of his eyes as he's talking. And one thing that I keep failing to do is I don't think I've ever properly described what he looks like underneath it.
He rarely takes it off.
True, but he currently has it off, so I'll use this as a chance. He's golden, very golden, like sun-kissed skin. Deeper in color than, say, Merrick, for example. He does have heterochromia, silver and gold, because it's his body. He can choose what he does with it. His hair is this kind of slightly blondish, brownish color that goes down maybe just below the neck at the back, just all the way up and back. he is very, as shocking horror for somebody who chooses a form based on his father, very broad setly in this humanoid form and clean shaven. Keeps himself very clean, but he is evidently tired.
Yeah. Did everything go alright overnight?
Thankfully, yes. Just a lot of apologizing between each other and catching up.
Is she at the forest?
We think it's best you stay there for a while. Scylla's able to keep a safe eye for her, and him keeping her safe is kind of his biggest priority for me, as well as I just really want this to work. I really do. I really want to try and set things back to normal, but we'll see what we can do. We've thrown out our cards, and we can only hope that everything goes right. But it was nice. It's nice having her back. That's what happens when it's been 30 years.
30 years?
Well, happened around the same time as everything broke down with Quan Chi. So.
Well, unless there's anything else.
No, I don't think there is. I think it's just give us a rendezvous once you're back. We can get an update in, and we can plan from there. As well, if you can find any information as to who's been supplying them, they're just muscle. They're just meat at this point, as crude as it is to say. Somebody's seen them as that, and is just organizing them to cause damage. So
we can guess, but
I want to be certain, and I want to be certain what agents are being used.
Yeah.
And what power they are and what potential they have, so that we can properly organize against it. Knowing your enemy's half the battle, and we can expect a lot of trouble, but I have faith in you guys.
I'm glad you think so.
Right.
If we don't come back,
shit's at the fan, and I'll send out my small old sociopath.
Fair enough. We'll obviously try our best.
Yeah, I have entire faith in you, but Buckley, I believe, if he's prepared them anyway, he's got spells that he could give a word to me or to Merrock if something goes really haywire, but I doubt you'll need it.
Hang on, quickly checks inventory. This is me remembering. Yes. You still got the sending stone I gave you?
Whoop.
There we go then. So that's one option.
Okay. If you see something and you haven't attacked, or if you see an opportunity that you want additional aid for during the day or tomorrow or however long it takes you to get there, let me know. I'll make my way over.
Yes. My hope is that we'll be able to dispatch a few people quietly before we're discovered. I get the feeling that inevitably we will get discovered, because it reaches a point where so many people have dropped dead, somebody will notice.
Yes, that'll eventually happen. But as well, I want you to consider the fact there's a lot of explosives on that place. If you can find out where they are or how they're linked up.
We have a shimmer.
Exactly.
And we have a Nosdo as well.
Yeah, but as well, as much as I know, it might be handy to get some black powder because, well, Merrick seems a lot more open lately, what with everything changing and shifting with him. Still not comfortable, but having something like that, it's a tool we can use very properly if we get the chance. But again, that's all I think I can say. I'm actually going to try and get some shut-eye for a little bit.
That's fair. We're gonna head out.
And Del,
Hmm.
thank you.
For what?
All of this, everything you're doing. You're all doing it by choice, and you're helping us all immensely. I don't think I could ever really properly repay you for it.
Well, I wouldn't feel right not to do anything.
Loot.
It's definitely not forgotten. And with that, he just steps off. So, do you guys begin making your way?
I'm going.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Go.
You have a vague idea what way you need to go, Buckley. So, if you want to try to make survival checks, or do you guys want to try to procure mounts before you go?
If we get some
or
horses, that would be good. Speeding things along.
Generally speaking, not walking is a good idea.
it can definitely be provided.
I need to be right back.
You have a distinct issue with Grunt, though, because, well,
Grunt.
it might be another situation where
Hang on, don't we have a cart?
you do have a cart.
Don't we
there
have a
is-
car?
You do have a cart, and you have a cart that can have several wolves for a period pull them for you from Jonathan, but depends how long you're going to be out. You're going to be out for a while. Grunt does have the option of Aeon's horse, which is built to carry him, so it's big enough to carry her.
Mm-hmm.
What about carpet? Is that going to be just as
Quite
fast as a horse?
slow.
The carpet can
Not-
carry Grunt on its own, so
Yeah.
that's an option.
It's just not the largest or the fastest, but it's more just a case of getting from A to B. Like, do you need to get up there? Okay, you can get up there. It's not going to be the fastest, but you get up. So yeah, you guys could do it like that.
No, I was just saying.
I mean, hopefully we're not walking because that'll slow us down quite significantly.
Yeah, no, we should definitely go on horseback.
Short legs!
Yeah.
I'm just actually looking it up again. What kind Grunts is? She's. If I'm correct, you guys have the carpet. That's the 400-pound capacity.
I think it was the 30 feet.
I've got it written here: 5 foot by 7 foot, carry capacity of 600 pounds, 40 movement speed. So it is slightly quicker than
Oh,
walking.
It's slower than a riding horse, but
Faster than
it can. Yeah, it's faster than walking. So, thing is though, like you guys going even at just like a basic trot, she can definitely keep up with you because the carpet doesn't need to worry about being tired. It can dash to 80. So.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys can definitely. She can keep up with you, and you can definitely make your way.
Hey.
So, horses, cart, or you're just gonna go with the horses for the rest of you, and Buckley, give me a survival check to try and find your path.
Fuck up, please. Alright.
It's above 10.
Alright.
Southward. Southward for the first hour and a half, 2 hours travel in the goes maybe no, actually I'm trying to remember rules for movement. Give me a sec.
Ooh, tea! Thank you, sweetie. It's the first time I've made that. Hope you like it.
Wish somebody would bring me tea.
This was for the Tuesday.
Okay, so I'd say it'll maybe take you with horses, probably take you about 3-4 hours to make your way. At like the hour and a half mark, you're just vaguely going in a southerly direction, Buckley, and you're now at this point going, well, I didn't. When you scried, you didn't get a direct location. You don't know it's exactly this point on the map. You just have a vague idea of southward, and there's currently no real tracks for you to follow, so you're just going southward. Is there anything you want to do to try and assist in that, or you're just gonna wing it?
I mean, I'm kind of glad that
Actually, I'm sorry. I will say that from New Grove, there is a point on the map because it did get marked by the orc when. So
yes, Lower Cross.
So you will be making your way there, and it is about. So I'll say make another survival check as you go. With the map, I'll say with advantage.
Oh, thank God it was with advantage.
So you begin making your way, and you begin as you're traveling. You're maybe 6, 8, 7 miles away from town, I want to say, and you see the you see a large mound ahead of you, and you begin seeing that this is in fact the corpse of an enormous giant that's nearly 28 foot tall, big and fat and rotund, some sort of like very large hill giant.
I didn't do that.
No, but somebody did.
It honestly just looks like it's dropped dead. There's
Is
no
it
signs of
long?
1,000 cuts.
Is it long deceased or?
Hmm?
Is it long deceased?
Make a medicine check.
Oh, fuck.
You asked.
Right.
Not that you can tell. Maybe, well, there's definitely the reek of death on it, but it's fresh enough. Maybe not even half a day. Its eyes are wide open, and there's a look of abstract horror on its face.
Is it like armored in any way, or just
No,
a...
it's just an incredibly large giant. And looking at it, there is no, like, say, arrows or cuts. Like, it doesn't look like it got brought down.
Damn. Natural causes.
Did you take sunglasses off whenever you did that?
I took the helmet off.
Alright.
Guys, there's a dead thing.
Yeah, we can see. That's
Oh, really? I thought I was the only one.
that's worrying.
Is it? It's a dead thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dead thing.
It's a dead thing that we were out here to kill.
It's a dead thing that's apparently just dropped dead of no obvious causes. That's weird.
Could be poison.
Generally, for a poison to be fatal, it has to be... It either has to be a cut, which there's no evidence of, or ingested. Since it's a hill giant, maybe. But why would someone poison?
But you're also, I will say this as well, you guys are well enough to know of, like, the simple facts about giants. Like, hill giants, for example, have a stomach of practical length.
It wasn't poison, by the way. I know that. Because I'm a dwarf and I know how it works. Look. It's one more dead giant. And we have to not worry about. Also, it's not necessarily a giant we would have fought anyway. Buckley, was Buckley doing the scrying?
Yeah.
It was.
Does this look like the type of giant you saw?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
it looks like
it
one
is.
of the two. This is the
one less to kill.
This would be the smaller of the two giants you saw, which says a lot considering this is 28 foot tall.
See? Already getting there, and we haven't even lifted the thing.
Again, that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean,
If it's a bad thing, we'll kill that too.
kill something that's
Or
capable.
kill us! Win-win. God, I'm going Dell with this. Jesus. You're making me morbid, woman.
Gee, thanks.
By proximity, I would butt myself.
You should go back to living underground if you're going to be like that.
I didn't live.
Right. Well, if there's not really anything we can do about this, so I guess we should probably carry on.
Does anyone else want to look at it in any way, or?
If this thing is here, can we see any footprints from this thing? If it hasn't been dead for that long, clearly it must have come one way or another. And
Yes, actually, you can.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's very... And its footprints are large enough to the point of...
It'd be a swimming pool for him, right?
Your horse and you
And the-
can fit in it, into the imprint. That's how big it is.
Oof.
And, yeah, they're fucking enormous. And, you can definitely follow those footprints.
Dell,
Yes.
you maybe want to take points. I feel like if a giant is, it might be getting close. I don't see a reason for it to wander
You're
off and
about
die.
7 miles away, or you're about 3 miles away from the camp, just from, like, your vague ideas as you've been traveling.
I mean, I can try to. We're unfortunately in a bit of an open savannah. You know, when
Yeah, I
when
will
you're
say
trying
this
when
as
you're
well.
trying to hide, you generally need stuff to hide behind.
I will say this as well as to the fact you are in a savannah. You can see to the horizon, which is like a mile off, and nothing.
Oh, no, fuck it, keep going then.
I guess. I mean, I guess I'll give the body like a once over just to see if I can see anything. Like,
Sure, make an investigation check.
Considering the open space, I reckon we'll see anything coming at us, and if we don't, we won't see it anyway.
Do you have reliable talent, or
I do. It would be 17.
we're only 17? Okay. You begin examining around it, like you're just like you even just like walking up and onto it as well, and its stomach is like you'd expect like it's almost like gooey, like a bouncy castle, but it's solid. It's just
Ugh.
it's basically like a bodybuilder equivalent of just thick. Like it's definitely the kind of thing that is built with, and is very strong.
Mhm.
And you're examining around it. You're looking for anything, and you notice a very small, literally for you, the size of a pin. And you can only see it because there's a very small bit of red at the back of its neck, at the base of the skull. It's almost like a needle.
Huh.
Out of character, told you so. Keep going.
If I crouch down to examine it, does it look like a hole, or is there like an actual needle there?
There's no needle in it, but it looks like it's literally as if somebody was able to pin this guy with a needle and it killed him. It's like it basically it looks like it's a point, and you can just like look at it. It looks like this needle, like this size, whatever this is, it's the size of a needle, and it looks like you can look. And now that you're looking at it, it's just such a small hole. You can begin seeing light in the hole, as in there's a space on the front where this has come out, and you like trace it and you go around, and it's in the eyebrow, like it came out of the eyebrow. So it literally went from back of skull out.
Oof. Wow, that is a precise mark. Look at this. It went straight through its head.
Who are you inviting over?
Just the party in general.
Oh.
Hmm.
It's not as big as an arrow, is it?
Hmm?
It's not arrow size, is it? It's a
No,
needle.
No,
needle's
it's
tiny.
it's like an arrow is, like a decent size
Yeah.
thing. Like it would have been evident, or there would have at least been an arrow. Whatever this was just so like finite.
Oh, maybe it's an assassin hedgehog.
Maybe. Shimmer,
God,
do
Sonic.
you know of any like spell that could do this? Like a magic missile kind of thing?
Make an Arcana check if you want to, Shimmer.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't know anything, but I'll check.
I also apologize, Kishimura. I feel like I have not touched you at all tonight, but don't worry, I'll get to you.
I'm fine with this.
I'm
You may
fine.
continue.
I'm fine not getting hit. No. You're looking at it, it's like you think like spells that can do puncturing, like that can just straight up go through something, but that's stuff that can go through like a human, maybe an ogre if you roll, like if you get like enough energy into your attack and your direction of it. It's like it doesn't look like there's burn marks or anything of like of a searing effect or like an necrotic or force effect. You don't know what could have caused it.
I feel like
Is
you're
the exit wound larger than the entrance wound?
It's actually smaller. It's like so barely noticeable that you could find like the dried blood around the thing in the eye, and you begin like, and it's stuffed. It's basically an eyebrow that is literally the thickness of your hair, and you're just like pulling things out of the way, and you can just barely find that little bit where the red's coming out of on the front.
It was dead. If something killed it, it should be on our side. You're speaking.
I mean, you could say that in theory, yes. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, so to speak.
Let me put it this way: I don't think a natural or unnatural, for that matter, animal or anything as such have done this.
No,
It looks...
this is intentional. This is a person wielding some kind of implement.
And if it's killing shit like this, well, it doesn't seem like we're gonna have a problem with it. And if we will, kill it.
Yeah, well, kill it before it uses this weird needle thing to apparently kill.
So I have a helmet. Don't.
To apparently kill a giant in one go. That's concerning. I suppose the only right side that you could deal from this is that because we haven't encountered it before, we know it's at least probably not an enemy we've encountered before. So that rules out a few people. And maybe that's just me.
From my knowledge as a blacksmith, would I think it'd be some sort of like rapier?
Rapiers aren't that thin.
It actually isn't. No. You know that like the thinnest metal that you're quite accustomed to is a rapier, and it wouldn't.
Nah. It's dead either way. I say we move on. Leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep going now. I think we've gained everything we can.
Keep an open eye, I suppose, but...
Okay. And Buckley, with that 23, you guys keep moving. And with the tracks, it's almost not even an issue, but you begin seeing like a craggy like outcropping of rock from the savannah itself, maybe half a mile. And you can begin seeing like smoke plumes coming from within this craggy like outcropping of stone. Like it's like a small valley or canyon kind of thingy, but it's clearly like got like one small entrance that you can vaguely see off in the distance. This is when you guys are about half a mile away.
Well, could you do the honors? And if something comes up, run back and let us know.
Is there any kind of cover approaching this? Because savannah can have
tall grass.
Tall grass. Okay, I can work with tall grass because I am a wood elf.
So can I.
And I have the ability Mask of the Wild.
Yeah.
So I can work with tall grass.
Yeah. So make a stealth check down.
I'm gonna move at half speed.
Okay. So are you just like gonna advance off of yourself for a bit without the party?
Yeah, a little bit. I probably will go for the sort of... Yeah, I probably will go for about 100 feet of them behind me.
So what you see is just like a large amount of stonework. Like not stonework, but like just outcropping natural earth and stone. And you begin just like crawling up the side because it's very much so like a slant, and you just up all the way, and you begin seeing goblins. The small little wretches are just like sat atop. You can basically see like this is like a small entryway into this area, and you can see like maybe 25 foot up, like from ground to top. They're above it, and they're all just like sat up. Like there's 4 of them watching the entrances and they're watching it as well as the goblins do, which means they're basically doing fuck all right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move you onto the war map, Cap.
There's a map.
Yes, there's a map. And you are up here. For the sake of it, treat the black as if it's just additional stone.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see where you are right now.
Okay, is that raised or lowered?
From where you are currently, you are maybe 25 feet up from the actual main walkway inward,
Okay,
and you begin hearing the.
I'm on an elevated.
Yeah, you're about 25 foot up. Yeah,
Okay.
and the gobos are there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to just reveal a bunch more area.
So,
And you begin seeing portions of this area as you make your way up, and you begin walking across and examining everything very quietly, and you just begin hearing the sound of you feel something shaking, and you just immediately go to ground, gripping onto the stonework, and you can just see now you can see into the actual camp itself, and you see goblins just running around. You see a half ogre, you see ogres, you see 2 ogres in armor just all running around on the day, and you see the largest humanoid you've ever seen. This thick low beard with no mustache and this balding head with these enormously muscular arms and just rotund torso. It's got a tunic that just from one side up it's just gone across the pants, and it is got this very enormous. It looks like it's got a door hinge or something, or a literal gate hinge as a belt with leather strapped around crudely. And you see goblins running around taking orders from more important looking individuals. And I'm just going to reveal, because it's not going to be difficult for you to do, most of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
So from where you are at your elevated position, you can see mostly all of that. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Mostly all of that.
Oh boy.
And around you, you can already smell it. There's gunpowder everywhere. Every single barrel you see on this map is a barrel.
Woof.
Spooky even behind you, just going.
That little cluster right here.
There's a couple of clusters. There's one there.
You are very far away currently, Shimmer. Shush.
I can just picture Core steepling his fingers yes, excellent.
Hey guys, you know,
Oh, I mean, you just
13
put
cannons.
this over.
Shimmer's about to just fucking take that to. So
How far away did you say I was?
you're too far away currently. You're half a mile away.
Because I've got a 150 foot radius.
You're 100 mile. You're half a. I'm
Doesn't
about to say
matter how
100
far
miles.
away you are.
You're
You
600
can't
feet
see
away.
this stuff.
You were not aware of this. Fuck off.
It doesn't
Right
matter-
now, it's just tell.
It doesn't matter
So-
how far away you are. You can't see it.
So,
You brought
Tomorrow.
me into this conversation.
Delmar, you're looking around and you just. Excuse me. You see another raised elevation here, which has a very crude watchtower on it, and there's maybe 2 or 3 goblins there. You see an ogre with this weird kind of strapped up system that you've seen for on carrying beasts, but instead it's small platforms, and it's goblins are practicing being on it and striking, and practicing using him as a vantage point.
Mhm.
And as this is going on, I need another stealth check from you.
Okay.
Great.
What languages do you speak? That's fucking close to Chris.
Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
So-
You
No,
don't
no,
understand
no.
the language being spoken, but you eventually see 4 figures stepping from the furthest point of the camp, out of your peripheral. One of which is an enormous orc, who's got more akin to some of the ogres here in regards to just his size and how much gear is just strapped to him. and he's just fucking huge. He's stepping around, and you can see these. There's like an Orog, which you're aware of. They're like a very intelligent, often a rare breed of orc. And there's a shaman with him speaking, and there's a figure that you don't. Definitely out of place. But first, I'll show you the war boss of the situation, Urag Bigabasha.
Wow.
That's what he looks like.
He looks nasty.
Fuck.
He looks nasty.
He looks friendly.
He looks like a pinata.
But what you do see as well is a human in a suit, a black suit with a white underneath, with this red scarf that goes around their neck, and they have red gloves on, black hair, and from your distance, one eye is pupilless, whited over, but there's no like scarring. But they're all speaking in Orcish, and it seems to be an individual that the orc is taking incredible reverence to, and like in-depthly listening to him as they like travel through the camp, and they're speaking and talking.
It's a pain in the ass.
And I don't understand the language. So
You don't. They're speaking Orcish.
Of course they are.
Record them on your phone.
The shaman, the war boss, and the Orog are continuing to talk, and every now and again, the other individual who's got a very easy to listen to voice. He's very softly spoken. That's immediately setting off alarm bells in your head of, as he's just like quietly speaking. And the shaman seems to be the person who's, just from like their body language, the shaman seems to be the person who's taking the most initiative, listening to the human and agreeing with them on everything that's going on. And as this is happening, the war boss and the Orog then go off to begins plotting and moving about the camp, checking things, and the human and the shaman seem to go off together.
Right.
I'm actually going to zoom out again to do this, and it looks like they're going over to some tent. Ogre and a half ogre are just immediately booted out of their tents, and they just like leave these two off. So they just like stumble off, and the human and the orc shaman move inside this, and you can't see them as there's a drape covering up the entrance.
Right.
What do you do?
If that seems to be about it in terms of like stuff happening for a while, I will
Well-
sort of return.
The orc and the human have gone off somewhere. They might be talking about.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go
Hedge your
back-
bets and head back?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the party and check in and share with them all the stuff I've seen. Maybe try to like sketch out a layout of the camp and try to pinpoint things for them.
What's actually your passive perception?
25.
Okay.
Bitch.
Dibs on the big guy.
I will forever be glad that I spec'd
Hi.
so high. Oh shit, no, I'm not glad anymore. Help.
As they're walking and talking, the orc is keeping its hands very low to its sides and covered. But as they're walking, the shaman and the orc, you see that the hand of both hands of the orc are inverted.
Huh.
As in palm facing outward.
Yeah. And that's the shaman kind of.
That's the
dude?
shaman individual.
Okay, that's important.
Let's move you back.
Stand near gunpowder.
Ideally, we want to preserve as much of this gunpowder as possible.
I want to as well, but you know, it would
mean,
be
if-
really to see it explode. I'm saying.
If shit gets tough, yeah, just blow it. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so I return and I explain the layout of the camp. I try to sketch it out for the party, and I pinpoint things. You know, I point. You know, there's another huge ash giant here.
Dibs on the
There's
big guy.
there's goblins stationed all around the place. There's a tower here. There's a couple that seem to be on the back of an ogre. There's ogres and stuff. There's the Orog, and then I get over to the main details of there's really big orc who is probably going to be a problem because I've never met a big orc who wasn't a problem. He has the Orog keeping company alongside this kind of orcish shaman who seems to be fairly smart. He looked like he knew what was going on, and for some reason there was a human there, and he looked very out of place. He was dressed in a suit, he had red gloves, a red scarf.
It's Crumble Top.
No, it wasn't.
Crumble top him.
He
Yeah,
was-
Crumble.
He's not crumble bottom. He's build him top him.
He was like the opposite because he was really thin.
Actually, yeah, he is actually very thin.
Very thin, almost the opposite. He had one white eye, and he went off with the shaman to talk. I couldn't understand them, unfortunately, because of course they were speaking Orcish. One key detail: the shaman had reversed hands.
I feel like I should question how the fuck you noticed that, but
I have very good eyes.
stop. It's creepy.
She
I
says
don't-
that she
I'm
looks at
pretty sure in character I wouldn't know what that
None of you
means.
know.
No, none of us know what that means in character. Okay.
No, none
It's
of
a
us
very
know.
weird
That seemed
deformity.
that seems strange, and I mean maybe I'm naturally
Well-
paranoid, but being naturally paranoid has kept me alive. So don't trust that either. So I'm very distrustful of this human and this orcish shaman. I mean, spellcasters are always tricky anyway. So I think those are two are a concern, as well as this big, huge, tough orc dude and the giant. I mean, there's hundreds of goblins everywhere. They probably won't put up much of a fight. They'd probably be more of a nuisance more than anything else. So if we can, it might be a good idea to try and pick off the goblins before anybody notices, because they probably will do more damage by like swarming us on their own. They're probably not going to be any issue.
I know
Yeah, there are
the
four.
people that can kill more than one guy at a time, like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
there's
might
the-
be. Grunt indicates that she'd be best dealing with the biggest to keep them busy.
There are,
Yeah, man, as long as you don't blow the whole fucking place up, I'll leave them to you.
That's going to be, I think, our emergency action. If it seems like we're
I
getting
will
over.
say this as well, Del. You're aware of like how much detonation range a keg of explosives tank. You're going to have to be very careful, or just safe. Throw caution to the wind.
Right.
Look,
I repeat-
Why don't
I'm
we
just
set it?
saying,
I'll repeat.
Why
how
don't we
about we
set it
just
off?
not fight these people and just blow up the whole camp?
I gotta say,
Yeah, well,
that's
how
very
about we set
aftermath.
it off and see what's remaining? What survives the explosion?
True. Not much would probably survive the explosion, but what does will be depending on where they're standing, because there's several points where there's a lot of kegs built up. Some things are probably going to get a lot more hurt than others.
It's very tempting, I gotta say. I mean, how desperately do we want to keep some gunpowder? I mean,
Look, let me put it this
surely
way.
we could get more.
Grunt
You-
indicates if we don't blow it up, there is a lot of goblins about. I'm not an
Gunpowder-
expert.
Little mad bastards, yes.
Yeah,
I'm not. I know gunpowder is a precious material, but if it's really looking that sour that we're gonna have problems, just blow the fucking place, then go in and finish up what's left, which by the sounds of it, is going to be a significant amount anyway. I'd rather not deal with 1,000,000 goblins and have to fight giants. I'd rather just fight the giants in an inferno.
It's very tempting.
Fuck it, blow it. I mean, I'm all for fireworks. Can you blow it, or does it have to be Shin?
I mean, leave it to the experts.
Yeah, but you can do it stealthily.
I mean,
once a little bit of spark gets in there,
That's it. Like bye stealth.
a bow
but-
and arrow and a
Time to shut up.
I didn't mean to do that.
I think you broke your butt.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Look, do you reckon we can get up to the camp, all of us, without being seen? Or is it just going to be you? Because that's...
It is goblins that are around the exterior. They're not good at spotting people. They're more just like, we're useless, but if we die, we scream.
Yeah, basically repeat what he said. Goblins aren't the most perceptive people, which does beg the question why they put them on guard, but
Goblins are people, also.
intelligence is
Goblins.
probably not a strong point.
Do you reckon we have a point where we can get up there and just
Well,
blow it and go in?
Yeah, I was able to get up because the entire thing is like in a sunken bit. This entire the entire outer area is essentially raised, and there's a few goblins positioned on top of it. So we could easily just approach it from, say, like I'm trying to visualize the map. If we approach from maybe the
I'll move you back over to the map for the sake of plan.
Hey, Shimmer. What's the range of your fire artillery spells? Because
Fireball has 150 feet.
by
Let's
the
say if
sounds
she
of
got
it, it doesn't
here.
matter where you lob it. As long as you lob a fireball, the whole place is going to go twat.
Well, to give you an idea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these go boom. All these go boom.
Well,
you
I
imagine there's
have
lot
a
down here.
I have an idea.
Yes,
Yeah,
go on.
I can if you can tell me where to go, I can detour in at least 2 of them. Grab a keg or 2, and then
We don't want to. No, we don't want to grab
That's
a keg or 2.
That's risky.
If we want to preserve some gunpowder, we either are going to get lucky by it not blowing, or we're going to preserve a lot of it. Keg or 2 is just not worth the risk. Blow the whole
be
fucking
honest.
place.
Preserving a keg was literally just a on the off chance, if you can, please do. The priority is to make sure that this is dealt with.
Look, I'm sure
Also,
if we blow a place, the whole thing won't go up. And if it will, better for us.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll,
I'd
Only
have
that.
to add that,
we'll likely take out all the goblins. The giants and the orcs, they may withstand the blast, but it means that we've dealt with all the fodder essentially. We'll have lost the element of surprise, but we'll have dealt with.
I dare say that would be the element of surprise.
Yeah, I was going to
And that
say.
element is fire.
also,
It seems like we're all very keen on this plan, so.
yeah, not only that. If
I mean,
you're really wanting
it involves
I
not
could
fighting a bunch of
trash
people.
that.
Hang on a sec. Shh.
What was
Shimmer?
I saying there?
Narrowin was talking.
If they really need gunpowder in New Grove, I can always craft that from raw materials. That's not
Blow
hard to
it.
do. Yeah,
Hello.
And you could get some from Rothaven.
that too.
Yeah, we've just opened up trade routes.
Right, shall we sneak up then? I mean, I'm ready to fucking go, so is Grunt.
Right,
Probably.
I would suggest approaching from the northeast.
Also, out of character, I was really actually thinking of using divine intervention. Just fucking holy nuke.
I suggest we approach from the northeast because the northwest had a few guards on it. Again, they're not very perceptive, but if we can get to the northeast, there was a big pile of kegs that could be easily accessed. So
Yeah,
I
we'll
would
let
s-
Shimmer and Dell go a bit further ahead of the rest of us, I think.
yeah,
because we're
if
not
you guys
as-
want, hand
So,
back, I don't mind. 'cause
I just want to check then. Is Dell going to be like up first and then people are going to start following her up?
I want to be up close because it'll take me
Well-
forever.
Okay,
I'm just going to say this now. Dell doesn't need to make a check. She's fine. But it's just a case of like, Dell, you make your way back up to here and then people will follow you.
how close do you want to be? Because obviously, the more people come, the bigger risk we have of being spotted before we can set things off.
Yeah,
Shimmer,
Shimmer,
I have-
what's your longest range fire?
I have a crossbow. I could very easily, just literally lighting a crossbow bolt and shooting it will do the job.
I mean, I
Sure.
have guns too. I'm pretty sure it could set off a spark. Barrels are made
So-
of iron.
give me a group stealth check then, folks. Straight roll for unless you have something that deters otherwise.
Not anymore.
Not bad. Dell, again, going, fuck you, I'm invisible.
Holy suffering!
Grunchy's
Nemo,
like,
there are other numbers!
Kill.
Nemo's dice away from him. Obviously cheating.
Take
What
a
is
mark.
happening?
The two people that are over 7 foot tall and weigh over 300. Two people.
Wait,
The
you
two people that weigh over 300 pounds and are 7 foot tall plus are the sneakiest bastards outside of the waif of an elf.
You say you've been replaced. I didn't roll a natural 20. I still got a higher number than them both.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
So, as you guys are making your way up, it's a really good check overall.
Fuck it. Buckley and Grunt are just slithering like snakes.
Now you have a moment where like you're just like lower down watching, and Grunt and Buckley make their way up to you first, very very quietly. You're actually quite impressed. They're very low. They're keeping themselves down. It's pretty much just like eyes over the horizon kind of thing from them.
Mhm.
But what you do notice is that Shimmer's making his way up. He's maybe 60 feet behind you or so, and I have to check.
I'm just walking normally. Tall grass.
Let's see.
Quickly checks the range of a crossbow.
Hey, Shimmer.
So-
don't you have a? Sorry, go on.
Just to say, so he's maybe 60 feet behind you, Del, or like he's getting up maybe 30 feet behind you, and at the moment Shimmer gets like particularly close, that human bursts out and is looking around.
Is
smells
Shimmer
magic.
is Shimmer near me?
Shimmer is 30 feet away from you,
Okay.
but it's basically like everyone else is here, and there's been like no response for a moment, but it's only once that happened that now the orc has come out alongside them, and he's just
I'm just like immediately like gesturing to the group, just like the flattened down gesture of just like everybody down.
Interesting. So he smells magic.
Hey, Shimmer. Blow this fucking place.
And you watch as he begins looking towards the orc next to him, and is starting to speak in a very hushed. What are you guys
Yeah, I'll-
doing?
Is he
What are you
still
doing?
is he still speaking in Orcish?
He's covering his mouth, and he's easily 100 feet away from you.
Shimmer.
He's quiet to a person 10 feet away.
I'm
from
just,
you.
I just make a gesture of, which is basically just do it, but like,
No.
and I gesture to Nosdo, stop fucking talking.
Shimmer, what
So
do you
blow
do?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do, and where do you aim?
I point in that direction.
I will say, if you want a chain reaction, and if you don't, and if you want to, like, say, not, if you want to hit, like, say, the things that are big, like giants and orcs and stuff, like,
Chain
you're
right,
going to
don't
be
you?
aiming more over here.
Okay, I'll gesture him to there then.
Okay, because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 barrels of gunpowder, and that might start the chain reaction. So, Shimmer, what do you do?
Drop a fireball on it.
As when he casts a spell, I'm also gonna target
Okay.
the one you pointed out earlier. This
Goblins are
one.
fucked. I'm not even going to make them roll, but the Sky Titan, also because they are so enormous they can reach the sky, is going to actually make a dex check.
I
And
want to
Make
cast
it-
that with subtle spell as well.
Nice.
yeah, that's actually an automatic fail because he's no, it's a disadvantage because he's surprised. But
As he casts it, I'm gonna shoot the barrel over here with a gun. Or
it's
try
Sky
to.
Titan. Okay, real.
Just
Like,
because.
just a sec. Which one are you aimed at? And also, actually, move yourselves onto the map too, please.
The
Oh.
closest one to me. Where am I?
Okay, Sky Titan fails. Or actually,
Are we-
just succeeds. Oh no, it's disadvantage, so it's a 2. So he
Nice fireball roll, Jesus.
Yeah, 39 damage. Those goblins that are around them are fucked. You hit the
Grunt, why are
cave.
you there?
I don't mean to be there. I just had to drag
We're
myself on screen.
Hang on, I'll be a little
Okay.
bit closer.
So, Shimmer, because it's you and I know you love to do, there's 9 kegs there. Each keg is 46. Roll 30. 9 by 4. Roll 36 d6, please.
36 d6.
That's 36
9 by
damage.
4. Because there's 9 kegs barreled
mean-
together, just got hit by a fireball.
I'm pretty sure whatever's near it is dead, but let's.
The Sky Titan's got a lot of health. Sky Titan's still alive.
Yeah, I mean, I could have
Ben-
taken that, so.
If he seems to be alive, then Dell's gonna very quickly launch a crossbow bolt at him before.
Sure, sneak attack included.
Because
I'll shoot that barrel there.
I checked and he is in range, so a crossbow.
Nice, fire away.
I've never used
This will be with sneak attack as well. I'm picturing this as like everything at the same time on the big gun.
God, that was a dog shit roll.
Hang on, I need to check because they have a tough hide. That's actually his AC. 13 is his AC.
What?
They are a sack of hit points. A massive sack of hit points.
Oh, that was a rubbish sneak attack roll.
23, and then what's that? 23, and then I don't know how he's still alive, but he was sat in his ass, and he's just barreled over, and now he's rolled over. He's in agony, screaming, and you just watch. Actually, you know what? Why am I doing that?
Oh wait, no, those are already blown up.
Hey.
Fine.
All those explode, and it makes its way here, and it literally is detonating everything. You watch the orc get blown back while there's a massive rupture above all the kegs around the tent. The tent gets destroyed. The human is entirely unfazed. And you just watch, he's just got a cane at his side, and he just snaps it forward, and it turns into a whip.
Methinks that's a devil.
Hmm.
And
Is it time to roll initiative?
you just look at him, and you just watch, he like looks up, and Shimmer, he's looking dead on at you. Basically, that just happened. This is some Tony Stark level booms. So a large number of these kegs have detonated. I'm going to say that every goblin here, I'm just going to like put them onto the GM layer because every single.
Bye, gobbos.
Be gone, fodder.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, did you get up here too?
Got 2 of them here, not the rest of them. And that chain would have actually taken out these orcs down here as well, because that chain literally goes all the way.
Or then Nazda shot this barrel here, which would have
What barrel? Sorry.
this one up here.
Yeah.
Well,
One is,
it was a 15 with a 6, ignored a 2. I don't know if that was a
Roll me a d20.
Look.
Just a straight d20.
I forgot how to do commands.
Slash roll 1d20.
Do that.
10 and up. You watch as one barrel detonates, then another barrel detonates, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Jesus.
I just turned to Del. Can't take those from me, you bitch.
It was a group.
And as that's happening, I would like you all to roll in.
That's a much,
Yeah.
that's a much more empty map. I'm a lot more happy with that state of affairs.
There's still a lot around.
There's still a lot, but there's considerably less than there was.
Okay,
So,
real quick,
fuck
I, have to,
me.
I actually have to roll for people outside of initiative because I don't want to reveal anything about.
Oof.
I'm raging, so I get advantage on initiative.
Noted. And also, because I now have it, I'll replace everything I used to have.
Hey.
Nice.
That makes me
Ooh, I
happy.
forgot about my bot.
Fucking hell, nice. Let's see now. Let's use this one. That looks nice. What does that get him? Where's his stat? There he is. That gives him 3 plus that. Okay. That. Now I have to roll for everyone else. Let's see here. There's still orcs, so I'm gonna make general checks for each of the orcs.
Oh,
I'm gonna make both the unarmored and armored variant of the ogre go on the same.
Onyx.
Let's see now. The poor Sky Titan. I am gonna make them do an.
I shall be right back.
Let's see. The Orog, who is not looking good, but he's okay. I did like an average damage roll, by the way, for everything that only got hit by 1. But just because that was a lot, I wanted to let Shimmer do it for that one because, well, fuck him up, right? Let's see now. Yes, the Orog. Create an NPC. There, that one. The Orc Blade as well. He's gonna. Where are my war boss? On my list, I have a literal list here set up. Oh, I have to roll for them outside of it too.
So what you need me to roll exactly?
Oh no, I only let you roll the big one because I was like, it's Flare. Yeah,
I
fun.
thought you made me roll the average damage thing.
No, I took average. I took an average, and that's what everyone else in the camp got. It took out some orcs as well down a chain because I got hit by multiple. Let's see, and that's Urag. Now,
Ogres are bigger than orcs, right? Orcs are
Yes.
sort of medium.
Oh, he got caught off guard big time. Okay, so he's on that. Yeah. The only orc that's close to the size of an ogre is the boss himself, and he's huge. Okay, so those are them. I think that's literally everyone I have. Oop, that one last thing down here. Okay, Grunt, you are raging. It is your turn. There are no more barrels in the top half of the map. Give you an idea. If there's a barrel above this line, it's no longer there. If there's a barrel beneath this line, it's still there.
So literally, then just this cluster here is all that's left.
Yes, and actually, it's an important thing to note as well is that down here, it chained up a bit, but it like stopped at a point. So down there somewhere, there's a stop. Because you just watched the flame literally erupt out of the canyon. And Grunt.
Okay, I'll move about there.
Where's
Because,
there?
that's as far as I can move. It's a dash here.
You are jumping down 25 feet to where you are, so make an athletics check.
With
Just to see if
advantage
you...
with raging.
Yes, because you're raging. Just to see if you fall flat on your face or not. You're fine. You 3-point land and you use like that crouch position to kick off.
Superhero
Just-
landing. It's rough on the knees.
Yeah, very true. Nazdo.
Hello. I'm just checking something real quick. Actually, it doesn't matter because I don't have dual wielder. Yeah, no, I'm afraid I'm going to have to dash as well.
Okay. Take a shoot. By the way, the Sky Titan looks horribly rough if you want to take shots with your pistol as you have it out.
No, because I'd rather dash and get into it. I'm not as fast as Grunt, so I'll take
Fair
10
enough.
more fucking turns to get there. Do you need me to make an athletic?
Yes, I will want one from you as well. This will be a straight roll. You're fine. Yeah. It's just to see, like, if you fuck that up, I'll make you take some damage, but you're fine.
Yeah,
That's
that'll be
your
it.
turn. Okay, now it is time for Urag Big Basha, who is just going to dash,
Okay, I'm
bonus
back.
action to aggressively dash right to. He's like maybe looking around. He just sees this new enormous woman, and he barrels forward these scraps of plate that have almost been bolted to his body, and this enormous great axe. He just like raises up over his head as he's barreling towards you, and Urag is going to. Let's see. Gonna make 3 great weapon attacks against. These are
Get it.
these are great weapon mastered.
Yep.
21.
21 hits.
That's 13
That misses.
and 18.
18 is my armor class.
So he hits. So that's, let's see. So that's 19. That's 9 damage, and that's 27 down to 13 damage. Both slashing attacks, and I want 2 strength saving throws as he's going to use his battle mastery to attempt to disarm.
Also, wait,
No,
doesn't
so-
PCs go before PCs?
Oh, my mistake. I'm already done this.
Yeah, that's fine.
For the next one, I'll fix that. It was just because I sorted it automatically, so sorry about that. But I will.
I am
I'll
going to
just move
use
you up.
Stone's Endurance. How much damage did you say you did? 13?
13 on the second one.
How much damage is it total?
That 13 on the
That
second
right.
one. It was 9 on the first attack and 13 on the second, so you only take 11 damage total from that round of combat. And I need 2 strength saving throws as he attempts to. Actually, no, he's going to make these 2 dexterity checks from you. So make 2 dexterity saving throws as he attempts to trip you up and disarm you. Like, first attack's going to attempt to trip you, second attack's going to attempt to disarm you.
Does she
That about-
technically get advantage because of danger sense?
Yes, she does. His DC is 17, so you succeed on that one. And this is going to be to attempt to that was the trip. This is the disarm. Fail. You are disarmed. So you watch as like he tries to get you behind the ankles and carves at you. He raises up his axe and you bring up your hammer to try and block it, but then you realize he's actually just pulled away and he swings underneath you and gets you at the wrists and the hands and just scrapes across the side with the that you're holding the most of the shaft with, and the weight makes you drop the hammer out just from the momentum of the swing, and your hammer is on the ground next to you. And Buckley, it's now your turn.
I'm not going to jump down yet.
Smart.
I am, however, going to do this. Run over here. Oh, actually, I have 30 feet movement. That's fine. No. And man.
You gonna try and banish him?
No!
Yes.
It's almost like I know your character inside and out.
No, actually, that's not what I planned on doing at all. That's not in range. That's a touch. Fuck, what was it? I never brought something good. What was it? Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe I was trying to banish him. Alright, anyway.
It's your turn.
I'm going to... Fuck. This one? Yeah. I'm gonna put protection from energy on myself.
Okay, click it so I know what you're doing. Okay.
And mainly because the dude was in a blast radius and didn't phase at all, I'm gonna go head fire.
His clothes didn't even get affected by it. Okay, at the end of your turn and that turn, it's now him on initiative 16. He's the highest dex mod. So you just watch as he like almost feet like barely touching the ground as he just runs, suit clothes and all, and he jumps up to there. Bonus action, Buckley, make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Alright.
That's not a good one. Oh.
Just DC 18.
DC 18? Fuck.
Yeah, you just feel like there's a moment where his eyes glare towards you as he uses the father's gaze, and you feel like this moment of just immense uncertainty. But it ends, and it doesn't seem to like take a grip into the back of your mind. And
Cool, cool.
who else is close to be affected? Shimmer's too far from its range to be affected. So actually, what he's going to do is, I'm actually going to retroactively do this. He would have moved to there as well. And Shimmer, he would have made you be in the effect as well. So I need you to do it as well, Shimmer. Make an intelligence check, please.
Roger.
Save, excuse me, not check. Okay.
Oh well.
You just watch as he looks towards you, and you have this like creeping doubt in your gut as this is all going on, Shimmer. As that happens, you just watch as he has that caned whip, and he just like lifts it into the air, and you just watch as it elongates immeasurably up into the air, and it's almost like a scorpion point comes right down on top of Grunt. So
Righto.
first, I have to make sure I have his. He has advantage because you are flanked by an opponent, and you're within the.
Yep. And I assume it's not a spell or anything.
It is not a spell.
Just checking because it was a bit weird.
He uses the whip of the mother. That is a 26.
Wait.
Then yeah.
And I need a strength saving throw, please.
With advantage because of raging.
Yes,
However, I am now
because of
down
it,
on
yeah.
strength because I've been disarmed to 23 strength.
Okay, so we'll just say that you're.
I've already corrected all that.
Thankfully, you have succeeded. You are not knocked prone by the actual whip itself slamming down onto you. But you take, let's see, that is 4 damage slashing as it just slashes against your back and your shoulder. And you just get slammed by an array of effects, but it takes to a total of, it was actually a really bad roll, a total of 15, or 7, total of actually what you would have taken from the entire attack is 11 in total.
Is
But
that
he's going
reduced
to-
or
That's already reduced, but he's going to make his other 2 let's see, he can make 3, so he's going to make all 3 on you actually of this weapon. So he's going to do
Yep.
twice more. He's going to whip it.
Whip it
That's
good.
31, another strength saving throw. You are knocked prone.
Oof.
You just watch as he just slams down once with it onto your back, and then slams you down a second time. And from that attack, you would have taken 4 plus 6, 10 damage total. That's already reduced. And then finally, this last attack is again with advantage. And that's another 30. So you take. Let's see, what would that be to then? That would be to 8, 5, 13 damage total again. Like, it's a multitude of different, like, sort of like you feel. At the same time the whips are striking at you, you feel cold, you feel fire, you feel all these different effects slamming into you, one with one fell slash with each one. And it's a nasty fucking weapon that just immediately once he's finished attacking you, he just like flips it into his hand and just reverts back to its cane form. And that's his turn.
me Bloodborne?
Yes, it's kind of where I got my inspiration.
Oh, but you know, just because of the words you used, I have an idea now.
He is going to, and on the Orc Blade's turn, he's going to dash to there. And let's see. He is going to use Inilval's command to cause Uruk to get another attack on Grunt
That'll be with advantage because of
you're
me being
prone. All I'll say is just be glad he didn't crit you. And funnily enough, I was talking about crits. Alright, did crit you with a great weapon, Master. Fuck. So that's 12 damage total of slashing damage from that hit. This is already reduced. They've just seen you. You've just jumped down there alone, and they're all just dogpiling on.
Hey, that's my job.
That's as close as he can get because he dashed and used his bonus action to. He dashed because of aggressive, and then he did that.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be the Sky
Tab.
Titan,
Yeah.
who now pulls himself up, and he's 32 feet in height. He actually looks over the canyon around you, and sees you lot up, and he's going to proceed to fuck a rock at you.
Why is it always rocks?
Don't worry, he's not aiming at you. He's aiming at Shimmer.
Someone hit me! What am I here for?
Do you shout that out aloud?
Yeah!
Make an intimidation check.
Sure.
The one thing Sky Titans don't have is intelligence. Let's see. He rolled a 3. Yeah, he's gonna try and hit you. He's just like taking this enormous rock. He's gonna try and swing it at you, and that's a natural 20.
I could take it.
You'll probably take it more than Shimmer can.
Better than Shimmer. I reduced the
let's
damage
see.
by 3.
Noted. So let's see.
Like 3%?
So instead of 34 points of damage, you take 31 points. As the rock just slams in your face. A rock bigger than you. It cracks down the middle and splits down the side of you. And the giant is so fucked. He's actually going to go this way. He just begins stomping away, like literally legs reaching to either side of the ogres as they're going, just like, fuck this, I'm out. He's looking very rough. Now it's going to be the
Eldritch
ogres.
Blast.
Whoops. Go away.
Now it's going to be the ogres, and they're just going to dash up to here. Half ogre included. It can get to there. They're literally just hopping down and running over. You can see this ogre has like a portion of the cannon it's carrying, but it seems like he's just desperately trying to put a cannonball. This guy can get to there. And the Oro is going to bonus action aggressive. He can get to just there, but he can't get any closer. And now I have to move the whole. Also, the Orog took the because thing about orcs is they can aggressively dash towards the target so long as they know they're going towards one.
The
But the
bonus
thing
action
is,
as long as they end nearer. Yeah.
end their turn going towards somebody, yes. But they can also use their action to get another 30 feet of movement to dash. So that's what these orcs.
Exactly. I know this because my unicorn wizard.
Those guys are going to there. Wait for me. That's
Alright.
all of them rushing up as much as they can.
Oof.
There's more
Hey,
barrels down there that can potentially do some damage.
Del, it's your turn.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that because, yeah, I'm gonna come over here. Over that way.
Mm-hmm.
And if I need to use like my fast hands to do this, then I will. But I'll essentially take one of my crossbow bolts and light it using the flame from my sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay, you can do
and
that
then,
real quick.
and then I shoot the bolt into that barrel there.
Okay, make your attack roll then to fire it. This is just to see whether or not you actually just broadside miss it, but very low AC.
Fingers crossed.
It's a barrel, yeah, you're gonna hit it. And you flamed it up as well. You launch it off, it detonates here. This orc is gone. I'm not even gonna roll for him because he's around too much. And let's see.
Oh, another kill.
So, Guy Titan had 10 health.
And now he's.
It went from 196 to 10 in one turn. So, Chungus is dead.
Is the glass big enough to
And
catch some of these?
There's
or are
no
they too
longer a
far
Chungus
away?
among us.
Well, there are several, and they're all on your face currently. This one got killed, but besides that, nobody else got hit.
Oh,
There's no more of a chain to hit anymore from where you are.
oh,
'cause those
not about that one.
Let's see. I thought I
That one not
calculated-
hit that one.
Actually, would excuse me.
Which-
That would actually hit these guys here.
And then, boom.
I will say that will go to the ogre. Actually, the ogre trying to light the cannonball. Actually, oh no.
Wait, if he's trying to light a cannon, there should be gunpowder in that cannon.
He's got
There is gunpowder in that cannon.
Boom, boom,
And
boom.
there seems to be a nice grouping of people here.
Right in front of the cannon.
Oh, hey, look! Oh, what's that noise? Oh! Oh no!
Did I do that?
Hey, Dell, roll 46. And I'm gonna roll to see if he misfires his cannon, but it's now a very high misfire chance. -4, -3, because he's an ogre. You realize, Dell, this is an ogre with 2 fingers on one hand and 3 fingers on another, trying to load this thing.
Learn from my mistakes.
Learn from my mistakes!
I kind of thought he would probably just end up dying first, so now I have to look up what happens when he fires his cannon.
How to summarize this fight so far? Learn from my mistakes!
What are you talking about? This is fucking gross about here. Explosion!
Yes.
Back to it. Back.
Back to
La,
that.
la, la.
Yeah.
If we would set that off in this camp, we wouldn't even have to go in it.
Like I said, I
Oh
thought about
dear
just...
God!
Oh,
Okay. Because he's aiming towards the group in front of him, I'm gonna make him roll a d4 to see where this cannon goes, whether it goes like around, like to his left, front, or sides. So I'm just gonna roll a d4. 2 is gonna be straight ahead.
Please hit this cluster, please.
and then we gotta add in the concussive blast.
Oh dear.
Boom.
I imagine, like, Della has fired off this bolt and just watched the ensuing explosion and just sort of looks at her crossbow in slight concern.
Did I do that?
So much just got hit because it's a cannonball. It doesn't stop. It keeps going.
Yep, that's how
It slams in. The cannonball slams into the wall.
The fuck?
But so much of that just got chunked. Christ.
Yes, what is the range of one barrel?
30 foot. That one's already gone off.
Yeah, so
Has
it would have hit.
Yeah.
It would have hit the. That was the one I shot, so it would have hit these guys.
No, those guys were from down below and they moved up.
Yeah, and then I had my turn, and then I shot the barrel. It's just been my turn.
Oh, sorry. Those orcs, yeah, they got
Oh,
hit by
so
it.
but this
They're
one
like-
here has
That
already
one-
been
that
hit.
one-
That's already gone.
That was already gone.
Oh, okay.
Again, okay, now to say it, practically for the rest of the fight, there's no more barrels. Like, you'll have to
Okay,
find
yeah.
somewhere in a recluse where there are some. Right now, there's none left. You've decimated this army. Sure.
There's so many explosions.
Speaking of
You have-
explosions,
you
A
have-
large amount of people in front of me.
You have a slight chub currently.
There's a big cluster of people
That-
there.
You also have a magical guy causing you problems, which I'm a lot more concerned about at this point. Because the guys with straight up AC and hitting stuff are a piece of piss. Grunt. I feel like the magic guy will be an issue.
What do you
hey,
do?
I'll have you know they took it down to double hit.
Hey! Shimmer, what do you do?
I'm gonna do what I planned on.
It will-
I'm gonna drop 2 fireball.
Okay, so as you prepare fireball, and you have that energy and intensity in your mind, roll me a d10. And what level are you casting this at?
Third.
Okay, roll a d10. You feel this energy as you're beginning to cast, and you feel like something is watching you. And Fireball itself, the spell, as you cast it the first time, and you try to launch it out, doesn't go off. And then you're thinking like, okay, I'll just do it again. For the next 8 turns, you can't cast Fireball.
Well-
What?
Huh.
The fuck?
This guy's good versus mages. Just imagine what he would have done to Buckley.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that I fucking did that.
You did your check, yeah.
Because I heard
So
you
Shimmer,
say...
you still have your hasted spell. You still have your hasted spell. And yes, I'm cutting you off intentionally. You have your hasted. You can still do your like other one from your twin spell or your like your hasted spell if you wanted to cast out something else. But it's not going to be a fireball for 8 turns.
I don't suppose you got any other AoE spells?
I mean, yeah, but
But I want fireball.
No fireball for you.
God,
None for you.
It's like his arm's been cut off.
Not yet. Give me a minute.
Oh boy. Oof.
Fuck.
I'm in danger!
This is fine.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray then.
Okay, at what level?
Second, just a regular one.
Okay. Make your attack roll. And who are you aiming at? Like, just indicate to me before you, like, say, first attack.
Greeny boy and the 2 Chunguses.
Okay. There's several Chunguses. You're going to be more specific. You mean the armored Chunguses?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the variance of your Chunguses. So, go ahead. Stan's like, yeah!
I want to hit shit!
Literally the only bad thing about wolves in the entire game. Slow as hell.
It's okay,
Against
it's nearly your
against
turn.
the big boss. First one's a miss. Second one's a hit. All these against, or just
So
one.
this
So
first one's against Greeny boy. The second 2 are against the
okay, both Chunguses get hit by that.
Armored boys.
Yeah, the third one you hit, he's looking nastily fucked up. He got hit by a cannon. His arm is just dented in. His arm looks like it's dislocated. The other guy took it to the face, and the big guy just grinned through the flame. The big orc, I should say. And that's the end of the... No, it's not the end of the initiative, because there's one more person. It's going to...
Shaman mage.
What's his movement speed? It's... Okay, he's got another... Let's see now. There's a lot of shit here he needs to look at. He just looks up and begins examining everything going on to him. Range. What's the range of this? Ooh, that's... how close? Oh shit, he's exactly in range. Hey, Buckley. My darling boy. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Make a death saving throw.
As you just look at the shaman looks up towards you and his arm is just like that, hand is that twistedly weird. Okay, what's the DC? That's the DC.
I
Okay.
do not give a fuck.
The dominate person doesn't go off.
Ooh.
You're messing with a cleric whose fucking thing is wisdom.
Yeah,
Everyone
but
else is out of range, motherfucker. Everyone's out of range or going to be disabled by somebody else. He saw you in the corner and was like, that's their wild card. I need to get rid of that right away.
I know that's
Now
very
I'm
zero.
looking at I'm now looking at him like, hello. Would you like to die today?
You have this intense grin on your face as you just watch as he at will goes invisible.
Interesting.
He looks at you, goes, fuck this, and immediately goes. You can also
Again?
notice that the burn marks he had were healing.
Huh?
He's gone out of vision. Grunt! Things have been wild while you've been on your ass.
Yeah, that's alright. I pick up my hammer, which I believe is actually a free action.
Yep.
Since my
Yep.
hands are empty. I stand up, which takes half my movement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to reposition myself just a little. Just about there.
Oh, hang on.
I'll stand myself up.
There.
Nope, I was just about to do that. And
I got you.
I am... Thank you. I am going to start wailing on... Range.
No, Charleston's the same ball card as you, by the way.
Huh?
Of what you registered. What you Urak?
Big boy orc.
yeah, 18 AC. Yeah, that is a hit. 18.
And another one!
That's also it.
Oh, yeah, no. No.
Whack, whack. You slam down at him. Twice you slam down, but he's a big bastard.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you look at him and go, this could have been fun if I wasn't surrounded by your boys. Is that your turn?
Who says this would be fun if I wasn't surrounded by your boys? I'm blocking the path. They can't go through me. I am the wall.
No, Trump, relax.
Let's see, at the end of his turn, you just watch he like roars out at you, and I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
How does
spell?
the wall keep us free?
No,
The wall
not a
keeps
spell.
out the enemy.
Like an intimidating presence, most likely.
Hmm? DC 16. DC 16. So, yeah, you succeeded. You're not fighting.
Stanji, I could just see your arrow spazzing out in fury. What are you doing? I can't fucking run anywhere. My legs are too short.
I spit some blood at the guy's feet. Like, yeah, whatever.
He's really eager at the fact that you're not a bitch. This is great for him.
I'm
not
eager
so.
because he's not a bitch. This is great.
In this house, we love and support non-bitches.
Alright, I am presuming that this is like cliff climb bit.
That's only about, like, 5 foot up.
So can I make this? FYI,
Make an athletics check because you're a short bastard.
because I have severe athletics, whatever it's called, a fighter thing,
Mhm.
I can jump higher.
Oh yeah, so he
Ah.
could probably make that quite easy.
Yeah, if you run up to it, you can do, yeah. Oh, yeah, easily. You leap up and you're there and you see the humanoid very close by to you as he's looking intently towards the wizards of the group, and then just at the last moment registers you as he has the cane there.
I wish I had made Slayer, for the love of God.
Funnily enough, it's kind of what he is.
Mm.
Hit. Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh.
Nice. And that's his AC reduced by 2. That's important on this guy.
Oh,
Hwah.
So his AC is now not 22, but it's 20. So that's good.
His AC is 20? Fuck.
And
It
again,
is
Up
not.
reduction.
Okay, now his AC is a total of 18.
There are the You've just
Jesus
ripped this guy's
Christ!
clothes.
Girl on a 19, man.
And another one.
Oh, come on!
Jesus Christ, that
Oh,
was
and he almost
close.
got a third one!
I wish I'd be
Oh
level 15.
god,
What
okay.
are those rolls?
So, have you action surge, or where's that third attack coming from?
And
Oh,
then-
from your
I
extra
have
level
3
11 thing.
attacks.
And that,
Yeah,
cr-
you
and
just
that
have...
crit thing stacks.
Yes!
So you reduce his AC by 4.
Yes, his AC is now 18.
I'm not gonna action surge.
So give me a sec, because I have to calculate how much damage you did. So that's 22, and this is a very important thing. That's a +2 weapon, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that does negate his damage resistance. So that's 22
Yeah, it's definitely magical.
to 19. Well, it doesn't matter. It has to be a +2 or up.
Alright.
That is a 24 and a 15. There's 39 plus 39, 41, 54.
I know it's been a while, Stanley, but he didn't need to start ripping his clothes off in the middle of a fight.
Jesus.
You guys watch as like he tries to like put up his cane, and Nazu just like bashes it back with the shield, shatters, and you just look like as if his knee just got shattered as he falls down to one, and Nazu gets him into the chest once with a solid strike before lifting up his hammer and swinging again, and just strikes across the jaw. And as you do, underneath the flesh, you see scales, gold and silver scales. As the eye looks right over at you. Now his full intent is on you, Nazgul.
I am gonna. I'll take a free action and say, don't fight back, and I won't kill you.
Do you want to try and make an intimidation check? Because here's the thing. You slammed him hard enough that you would probably take out, like, ogres and giants. He looks just annoyed.
I mean,
Really annoyed.
more of a persuasion than intimidation, but yes.
You can certainly try.
I don't want to sound
Doesn't mean
intimidating.
if you roll a nat 20, it's not an automatic success. I'll say that for now, but it's just a
No.
case of.
No, I just
Well,
want
that's
to tell
perception, not persuasion. But
him. Oh, what?
that's your turn. Buckley, it's your turn.
So, the guy that was
No.
here, he was right here, yeah?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Alright. And, okay, good, go. Oh, I can
he's-
cast it at a higher level? What?
That face!
Nah, I kind of want to save that heal.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'll just do it at that. Flame strike!
Ooh.
Okay.
Radiant and fire damage.
Yes, it is a holy strike down
He
from
has
the heavens.
advantage on his dex check.
DC 12. Oof.
13 each, damn. No, it's not 12, it's higher. It's much higher.
Yeah.
What level
like
did you cast this axe?
Fifth.
Okay. You see the blast radiant down, but wherever that individual is who's invisible, doesn't seem to either have hit him or affected him. And the individual that is next to Nazdo, he takes the radiant damage, but he does not take the fire.
I kind of figured he'd just take the radiant.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine.
You didn't cast it at 6th level or up, so...
Quick question.
Anything?
Motherfucker.
Yep.
The bit of
Should have done it!
scaling.
You've done it. Fire and radiant would have hurt.
Yeah.
The bit of scales that I saw when I smacked him,
Yeah.
did they remind me of Dragonborn scales?
No, they reminded you a lot of Aeon's Soul.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's where you are, mother.
you just
That's
said
where you are,
dragon.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's where you are, motherfucker. That's what you're up with.
Look,
Fighting a dragon in human form.
look. If
Okay.
I would have another
Time for
flash, I'd look
Urag
at
Big
Bell
Basha
and
to
tell her
continue
to
his
fuck off.
turn.
I'm
Buckley, actually,
done
no. Movement, bonus action. You want to do anything?
yet. So,
I'll be right back.
did I use anything else in there? No, I just used it for...
Back quick, Sanji.
Then I'm going to jump down.
Okay, it's about a 50-foot drop from there to the ground there, so make an athletics check, please, just to make sure you don't flap.
Yep. Athletics. Oof. Yeah. Alright, so.
I'll say you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage just from falling, and you have to get yourself back.
Alright, which is half.
Your movement.
Okay, so. It was what, 5 down?
Yeah, 5 down, and so you got...
So I got 10 left.
You got 10 left, yeah, so you can move.
I'll move 10 there.
Okay, Urag Big Bash's turn now. Oh, sorry, bonus action? Anything? Oh, you good?
Points of damage, yeah?
Oh, actually, you used your protection from energy. Make a concentration check. Because
Okay.
you literally fell and took a bit of damage off that, so...
Which I have advantage on. 'cause
You have
I'm
advantage, it's
forecaster.
DC 10, but it's fair to make you check just in case.
What
Could
was it?
have hit your Constitution saving throw, yeah. Could have hit your head. Okay, you still got your protection from energy up.
Okay.
Let's see. Now it's Urag's turn.
And you said it was 4 points of damage that I took?
Yeah, it's only 4. It's only 4 bludgeoning, that's all. So he's going to make 2 great weapon attacks against... That's a 18 to hit, Grunt.
Yeah, 18's my AC.
And then this one is going to be a great weapon master. So this is going to be a minus. No, that's only like a 6 on that one. So the total damage you take from that is 3. He just like scrapes off of you as he's striking because he's only like swinging twice there. That's his turn, and now it is back over. I kind of have to wait for Stanji because he's going to be the person involved in this.
In which case, I'm going to be right back. I need a quick bite.
Motherfucker, I should have fucking casted it at 6.
Yeah, well.
I was like,
I'm
no, but I
I'm
want
gonna
to
quickly go
I
do
want to
the
save
same.
that for heal case. Then I'm like, nah.
Okay, actually, everyone, quick bio. Just do quick bio.
Yeah.
Am I dead yet?
Not yet, but
Has Mick Fancy Pants taken his turn yet?
No, because I needed you to be here for.
Good.
Okay, so Blue still has the stream up. I'm just gonna see if she. Yeah, okay, so she doesn't have it muted. Perfect. You watch. She just like steps for. Okay, is everyone back? We just got Blue back. Blue's back. Do we have everyone else back? Core, Nemo. You.
I'm here.
I think Nemo did a quick bio, but that's fine. We'll leave him off for a sec because he doesn't need to worry for a bit. But let's see. Now it's going to be back to his turn.
Uh-oh.
He is going to use. Let's see. You have a higher strength score than him, actually, so he's going to use Titan's Hubris.
Not funny.
There's a lot of names of things being thrown around. Please. Oh,
Uh-oh.
come on.
I need a Constitution saving throw. Because you have a higher strength than him, you have disadvantage on this. Oh, shit.
I'm okay.
Okay, so you do succeed the save, but I first need to roll to see if he gets back which he does. Okay, so fuck.
I'm back. Sorry, that took so.
Yeah, that's okay. Actually, we all just took a break too. You watch as you look back and you say, "Stop fighting, and we'll let you live." And he said, "What makes you think you have a choice?" He steps. He puts his cane, the end of it, against your chest. Boom. You go flying back.
I believe I'm a dwarf.
You take. Bear in mind, none of this is not magical. You take all of this flat. So,
I mean, only
take-
normally 6.
fuck me. He critted, so this is why this is so high. But he can only do this once a day. He's 23 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Now here comes the worst part of it.
Oh, there's a worse part.
Every single moment.
43 points
Ow.
of damage, of cumulative damage of fire, cold, lightning, acid, and you reduce 3 points of poison. But you are slammed into the wall. And how far back is that? Okay, you were slammed in the. You guys watch. He just puts his cane out to Nazdo and blasts him, and there is literally a hole of Nazdo's shape burnt into the ground.
It's okay, guys. I just went full anime.
No, you got put full anime. And I was going to use his bonus action to try and.
Oh, he's not in my range now. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's almost like he has a spell tool specifically to go fight or shoot. Fuck off. Don't mind.
Ow.
So woof. Okay, so he can't see Buckley, but he can still see Shimmer. Shimmer, intelligence saving throw.
While I'm in bed,
I don't
I'm gonna
wanna.
eat.
Now, yeah.
Oh,
so
no, sure.
the same effect that happened before is going to happen now. You don't know the range on whether or not it's all types of spells of levels or whatever, but that glare, that unearthly dread in your chest, you feel it again as the Father's glare comes upon you. And you just watch he puts his cane, he nooks it into his arm. He just looks around. Oh, damn this all. Such a wasted effort. Shinuvash, we're leaving. He makes his way towards the exit. More seemingly annoyed than anything else. Sky Titan's dead. And, by the way, all the tents that were here are gone. They're burnt, they're destroyed, the frames have been blown apart and thrown. So the ogre is going to get to there. And this guy is going to just push past the allies and get to there. And they're just going to pummel the absolute shit out of Grunt.
Yeah, no, they stayed in my attack range, so okay, they don't attack anything. So
They literally came into your attack range and moved around it, but they didn't.
I didn't try to leave it.
No. Oh no, they didn't try to leave it. By the way, Sanji, while you were gone, he just put the cane into the nook of his elbow and just went, Shinovash, we're leaving.
Who?
Shinovash.
I'm not gonna remember that, but sure.
Fail. They both
There we
get
go.
yeah, that. So that's from the second ogre, and you take half that. So you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the. They just both make it to one attack each. So that's them. The Orog. You just watch as the Orog shouts out, "We had a deal! Get back here!" Before making his way to there. And he's actually going to try and get past you, Grunt. So he's going to try and move out of your range.
Oh, reaction, Sentinel.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey!
Orogs are heavily plated. That's an 18. No,
There's a
okay.
28 hit.
I think it does. You watch as he's shouting out, and he's actually shouted out in common. We had a deal! Get back here! And as he tries to step out of your range, Grunt, you just swing around from the momentum of getting clubbed, and you just bring the full, bear of the, brunt of the front face of the Warhammer straight into his chest, and you just, oh!
Yep. He's
What's
speeding
wrong,
reduced to
folks?
0.
Nothing!
Nothing.
We're discussing things!
Did you make realizations?
No, we're making memes.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Now it's the orcs' turn. So the orcs that remain are just going to bonus action to dash about their allies. And they are just going to try. Let's see. This one sees Shimmer and Del, so he's actually going to try and swing at the mage. So he's going to dash to here. Let's see. Jesus Christ, yeah, he's the only orc left. Fuck me. You guys have just carved through almost all the orcs here. Oh, by the way, the orc blade of Inuvash. I just have to check what he can do, but actually, I know exactly what he's going to do. He is going to try to run. Yeah, the giant just fell on you. You're fucking dead. He's going to run. This orc is going to launch a javelin at Del. That's going to be a disadvantage. Disadvantage out the ass. You just watch it just...
Fuck no!
The other two great axes out are going to swing with advantage on Grunt because Grunt is just surrounded, flanked, and everything. Nope.
Exactly where I'm supposed to
Oh,
be.
actually, that does hit.
Oh!
That's 7 points of slashing. Excuse me, 7. And then a 16 doesn't hit you, so that's only 7. That's all they get off you. Actually, I'm just going to check, make sure. Yeah, they only get 1 attack. That's it. That's them. That's the Orog. The Orc actually is going to make attacks on you because he tried to move out of his range, but you didn't let him, so he's going to take 2 great axe attacks on you.
Yep.
18 and 10, so he hits you for 6 slashing. So they just started piling in on you. Delmara, it's your turn.
So, which one was it that threw the javelin? Is it that dude down there?
That unfortunate soul right there, who's now looking very
Good, he should.
Del, you just watch he kind of puts up his hands.
I just shake my head, and I shadow step behind him.
Oh, no, spare him.
Mainama Munshindu.
Nani?
Also, Grunt, on a scale defined by you, what's your looking?
Gone.
What my health is. You've certainly seen me worse, but keep in mind you've seen me down at single digits. Half?
He's doing better than me, it's fine.
Yeah, he can only do that once, and he does not like.
Ow.
So, how much of all the stuff that was happening here with him did I see?
All of it. With your perception, you just watched him just put his staff to Nasu's chest, and
Yeah, but the details of the whole.
you can see
I
it.
saw that.
Oh yeah, it's literally say just below the eye, all that jaw area.
Oh, I'm so tempted, but it really wouldn't be a smart thing to do.
Do
Don't
it.
worry, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it, fine, fuck, I wash my hands of that. I have an intelligence of 17 and I'm not stupid enough to do it.
I have an intelligence of 12.
Oh, have fun with that. I take no responsibility for what happens.
Oh, don't worry. I have an idea.
Even though it was my idea. Right, that's my turn then.
Okay.
I'll do it, but I'm too far away.
Shimmer.
I'm gonna do what I did last round, which is the scorching ray, but it's gonna fail, so I'm not
Scorching
gonna
Ray,
bother.
the first thing you do is fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that it? So now you can no longer cast Scorching Ray or Fireball. Actually, roll me
Sure,
second.
what are you gonna do?
Roll a d10
Immolation!
and roll a d10 and add 2, please.
Firebolt! Firebolt!
Immolation! Ashalanore!
4 turns you can't cast Scorching Ray for.
I have more spells.
You
But
do.
at the same time.
I'm going to move.
Wait, you do?
Create water.
I'm gonna move up there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, that's all you do. The individual who is invisible.
I cast. Failed.
Okay, just gets to there. That's his turn. And Grunt.
Hello.
Hiya!
What a wonderful world.
La 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 la. Okay.
Was that the fucking Smurfs?
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Did you expect anything less from him? This is a man who just had a fucking cancer dealt with, and he's like, la la la, fuck it, la 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 la.
Yeah, the reason I took so long to get back is because I sneezed on the way back, and Jesus, that hurt. But another
Oh.
story for another.
Yep, stitches are bitches.
I think they need a new war chief, so I'm going to smack the war chief about the head a couple.
Fair. I will say, this guy here is fuck. No. He's actually going to use that and Battle Mastery reaction to swing back at you. So he's going to make an attack with advantage back at you through that. So he gets 21.
21, that's a hit.
Yeah, that's only another 3 damage. He's wielding a great axe. You are wielding a hammer created by very powerful deities. He doesn't seem to be hurting yet.
That's alright, I'm only hurting because him and all these friends came.
Okay, that's your turn.
Wait till my friends come in. I hit him, by the way, 28 to...
Yeah, no, I added that.
Yep, just checking.
Even with that, he's
hit.
still not really phased. Nosto,
I stumble my way out the fucking
half movement
indent.
because you have to
Oh,
literally crawl yourself, like pull yourself and drag yourself out.
I just go, come back here, you. And then I look over fucking Grunt being around and I go, son of a bitch. And I start walking over that
So
way.
that's 10, 20, 30.
Hey.
You are now
Hey.
out of it, but you just got in.
I take pistol shots at who looks the most hurt out of that group.
This guy looks
except
fucked
for-
up.
No, that's the one I don't want to hit. I'll go for the fully armored guy.
This fellow?
Yeah. There it is. 1,
Miss.
2. Ignore
Miss.
the duelist damage.
Yeah, they're all misses against the heavily armored guy. He is in his thick, if not thicker plate than those guys are.
Yeah, flintlock. Not speciality. That's fine. I'm going to second
And
one
that-
myself.
I know.
Sure. Awoo. So you heal for... Nice. I saw that. What was that? That was like 11 or so? Or
Well, I
actually
don't know why
wrong.
the pistol went off again. That was.
You just went... fuck.
Um.
So you heal for 16, which is still really good.
Okay,
Is that your turn?
and then fuck it. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
If those two are leaving, I'm never gonna catch him, so I'm just gonna walk up to
Okay.
big
30
fuck.
feet. You can definitely get to. You can get
25,
close if you want.
unfortunately, but that's fine.
You
I'll
have
just
30, don't you?
25.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you can definitely-
Why do I have?
I thought you had 30 because like you chose a racial feat that like was like dwarf nimbleness or something.
No, I didn't choose that. I'm supposed to have 25. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. That's good.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna hit him.
Yeah. Well, you dashed up to him is the thing with an
No,
action surge.
Yeah.
Action surge you use to like. You use your attacks.
Does my action surge not give me movement?
No,
No.
it does not give you movement. You can either dash or attack with it. So you
Okay,
can-
I'm going to shoot him then.
okay, you can. You basically it lets you take another action, which you can use as either a dash, disengage, dodge, or your attack rolls.
Yes.
I'm just gonna shoot him 3 times again.
Ah,
Well,
there
don't
are
worry.
other
Sir,
numbers!
stop right now.
Lord.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay,
You shoot him in the ear, it goes out the other one.
fair enough. I'll keep shooting at the green guy then.
Big lad, miss, miss. Your gun misfires.
Ow! Wow.
You have to spend your action reloading it, or
That's it.
I've got another one if anything, but
you've
that's
action
fine.
surge. You've done everything. So that's your turn.
Yep, I'm done.
A buckling.
Right. I'm going to. I'm gonna run out here.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that he's leaving
Yeah.
and go.
Go on then.
What would your father say? And try to intimidate him.
Make a charisma check.
Ah! Take one to the team, Nerin. What? There are other numbers, guys.
Nah.
And that is a free action just to shout at him.
Can
I borrow your dice?
I would suggest using your movement to run the opposite direction.
I've already
Buckley,
used it. Yes.
Buckley.
Yeah.
You say that, and you just watch. Out come these enormous horns. They come up, and they're like two bull, like the kind of pretty much just like directly out bull ones with a slight curve at their top, and you just hear wings come out, and there is a glare in those eyes as he looks back over his shoulder at you.
Oh, that's nice and all. And then finish. At 5th level.
Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna roll counterspell from the shaman, who's still biting.
Oh, he's so. Oh, interesting.
I feel like I'm missing some information.
we have connected the dots.
Yeah, no,
Buckley,
I know.
I rolled a 19. So the counterspell goes off,
Right.
and your banishment does.
I know who it is. I just don't know why.
And the orc is now revealed because he used something out of.
Interesting. Well,
orc-
alright.
The orc just looks towards you. This was a very poor choice.
I don't give a fuck.
In a very not orcish way to talk.
Yeah.
And
So.
it's not- your bonus action?
Yeah, let's see. Carry the 5.
Oh, by the way, you lose
No, I'm
some
fucked.
energy because you cast
Yeah, I know.
another concentration. Probably not the best course of action,
It'd be alright.
but you made your course of action,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yes.
Perhaps an unhealthy one, but you made it.
It'd be alright. It'd be alright.
We said it was stupid, but you went for it anyway.
It's now Udag's turn, and I get to do the simple stuff, and he's just going to swing twice at Grunt.
Hello.
19, and then an. So that is 13, 6, and 4, 10 damage total. That's already reduced. And now,
I can already taste the blood in my mouth. Yummy.
it is now time for Hailstalk to start. Let's see. there's a problem here for you. It's a really big problem. It's got
Why would you
wings and
do
it's
that?
right over.
That was the noise that you just made.
You just see like there's just like his teeth, which you saw before,
Son of
like
a
normal
bitch.
human teeth, with like multiple incisors. Actually, he's just going to be flying right here. Very first thing he's going to try and do is reach out and just make a claw attack at you. Which you just see his like claws are extending from his hand.
Interesting.
That's 20. Because by the way, because of your very keen choice of words, he's now enraged. So all attacks with him are at advantage, but he's hitting with advantage.
I'm so
So-
sorry, Nereid.
No, I'm good.
So you
Go ahead.
take half damage from fire, which is good. So you only take 12 points of fire damage,
Right?
and 19 points of slashing as he picks you up
What did he hit?
with his claw.
No. What was the actual?
25.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That hits.
Yeah, no, he caught you. And he lifts you up, and I need a Constitution saving throw, just from him touching you.
All right. So, hold on. I need to get this real quick. Okay.
Very
So
much
how
so
much
like-
damage?
A total of 19 and 12, 31.
Cool. All
And
right.
instead of using the father's gaze, he's going to use the mother's grasp, and I need a Constitution saving.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I don't get anything from that. All right.
Okay. You feel as if he's attempting to drain your literal strength from your body, but you somehow physically manage to resist it. But now he's about to bite you.
Ooh. I think he's a demon or something.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So here's the thing.
That's why he's so
Claws.
angry.
The horns, the wings
Oh yeah.
are
No.
all very draconic.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, no, I figured it was
joking.
draconic.
We were all joking. Why do you think he said that? Because we've worked it out.
Well, that's a 30 to hit you.
Ow.
So,
Why?
hey, fun fact, you're going to take 20 points of fire and 17 of piercing. That's already reduced.
How high are they?
They're just on the ground there.
No.
And I was going to lift you up 20 feet. So you're going with him 20 feet in the air.
Oh, for fuck's
He's
sake.
lifting you like you're nothing. And he's going to make
Right.
his final claw. That's a 29. For 14 and 14 to 28 total. How you looking?
You still okay with your life choices?
And then he's going to drop you
Right.
from 20 foot in the air. So you're about to take 2d6 damage just from...
Okay. So it's a failure.
Oh shit.
He just drops you. And you just, Del and Nazo, as you're close enough, you can just see he's preparing his heel to come back down. As you just see a very long, very thin pinpoint
Ah. There we go.
at the end of his claw, at the end of his foot. Now we go back to these simple people. The orc blade.
So that's a failure. After I hit.
I heard you.
Okay.
Thankfully, he didn't take you out with the claw.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, because the claw hit you and that did drop you to 0, roll me a d4.
I don't trust that.
Your strength reduced by 1.
Oof.
No.
Yeah, congratulations, you pissed him off. He was about to walk off.
Whoops.
Now he ain't about that life. And he's 20 foot in the air. And very angry.
Ooh, wait. With the belt of Hildrine strength, does it
It's
still
still
reduce it?
reduced.
Okay.
His magic is more powerful than your belt.
Okay. I figured. I just wanted to be sure.
Okay, so the Orc Blade is still going to run off. The last Ogre here, he is going to... Oh, by the way, this Ogre, he used last turn, he's using this turn to run, so he's just gone. They're just hiding over here somewhere. He's gone. This fella with his cannon. Great. This guy no longer has fingers, and he's just leaving. This Ogre is now going to try and swing at Grunty. Great club swing. 16 does not hit you. The Orog next to you looks up
I
towards
think it just hits me, and I just wear it on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just like...
The Orog looks up towards the very interesting human, and you just watch as he drops his axe, and he's like stepping back. He actually steps out of your range as he does. And he goes, boss.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Like he's looking in abstract horror at whatever the fuck that is.
Yep. That's a react.
Yeah, that hits.
Blue, check your messages.
Yeah, he's barely alive. He's just like, stop! Look at the fuck he is! And like the war boss stops and looks up, and now they all actually register and are looking up. And the war boss going, what the fuck are you? So there's a brief moment where all the orcs and ogres and everything are now looking at what he's become, and they're all like, that's not a human. Del. Oh wait, no, one more orc. Yeah, the orc's gonna spend his turn just looking up, going, So, Grunt, you're looking around swinging, and everyone is just stopped and is looking at whatever the fuck is behind you currently. Half his face is gone.
Can't even see because of the giant guy behind me.
Now you can see.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, all the orcs have stopped and are looking, and yeah, he just dropped Buckley on his head, and Buckley's not moving. Yeah. That's their turn. Now, Del.
Cool. Alright, here comes the emergency Buckley retrieval squad. Because thankfully I have exactly 45 feet of movement now. So I'll go straight over there. Out comes the health potion. Potion of healing, remind me again.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
Just the standard one is 2d4 plus 2.
There we go.
So, Buckley, you heal for 8. As you look up, there's Del. You can see that figure above you, and he is still looking down with incredible malice.
Yeah, I look up and I can see the anger, and I just sort of go, okay, and I grab Buckley, and I try to shadow step the fuck away, taking him.
Okay, where do you try to shadow step to?
I'm gonna try to shadow step, like, back over here.
You can only get 30 feet, whichever one, I think.
It's a 60 foot.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to remember the rules. Yeah, so that's good. You 60 foot back. You need a shadow. There isn't really a shadow here currently. That's more like just a blank open space.
Hang on.
You need to get into a shadow. Yeah, you can basically get anywhere like underneath on the ground
is
that
there
we
one,
can do.
like, by
Yeah.
the wall here?
Oh yeah, you can get against the wall. Definitely, you can get against the wall there.
So, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, Del. To give you an idea, you've seen this
Sorry,
level of
lass.
anger before, and it used to be directed at you.
Yeah, I know, that's why I was like, run away.
And that's your
Yeah,
turn.
and annoyingly, that is my movement, my action, and my bonus action. There was something else I wanted to do, but I do not have the ability to do it.
Hey, Shimmer, it's your turn.
Sorry.
What did you?
It was worth it.
I'm missing a lot
You
of
over there?
You can hit shit real well. Everyone else around here went anime when you're gone.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 5th level.
Okay.
Oh.
You're just gonna aim it all at the big, well, not the big guy, but the floating, angry.
Dragonoid mate man.
We'll just call him by his title, Mage Slayer, for now.
Hey.
But you can see why he has that name. He's a few abilities for putting down fighters, and then he just goes plays with the little thing. So roll out your magic missile. 20 points of force damage. You just watch as it just pings off of his face. It hits him, hurts him. It's clear that it's like doing damage, but he seems to be not willing to care about it right.
Alright.
Okay, Grunt. Oh no, sorry, it's not Grunt's turn.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he realizes the guy he's meant to be with has decided to turn back around. Why can you only do that once a day, you son of a bitch? Okay, you're gonna do that instead. Go on, make a wisdom saving throw.
Spell I take.
Yeah.
Then I have advantage because of mantle.
Very important. DC was 18. You are not charmed.
Oh, thank God. We don't need fucking Grunt getting charmed again.
Oof.
You just watch as he like looks towards them, looks towards this guy above, is like, I'll see you back at home. And he just waves. And he goes invisible again. And presumably is going to get the fuck out. Grunt!
Hi.
Everyone has stopped. They're not like engaging you, they're just looking up on, oh shit.
If you all run now, you may have your lives. Never come.
So
Yep.
how far in the air is he?
20 foot up.
20 foot.
Grant, I think you have slightly more pressure.
No, they've stopped fighting her.
Oh,
Yes,
stop.
they saw. Oh, that's a fucking threat more than her.
They're like, we didn't know about that. That's scary.
We just
There's
thought he
also-
was human.
There's also the thought of, you bastard, you've been lying to us.
How hard is it to get on the carpet? Like, what does that take?
You have to pull it out, you have to unfurl it.
It's probably an action.
Probably an action amount.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. My strength is ridiculously high, but I don't know how much jump that gives.
Hang on a second.
Actually, isn't there a jump calculator?
Yeah,
There is
the
somewhere.
one... Yeah, hang on a second. What's your strength?
It is 20.
How tall are you?
Fucking.
I'm gonna put you at 7.
What
So,
about
your high jump, without a running start, your high jump, or with a running start of 10 feet, your high jump is 11 feet off the ground. You can jump 27 feet horizontally. Vertically, only about 11.
Bad.
But you can reach up and grab something that is 21 foot off the ground. So, like, if you were just, like, reaching up to try and swing at him, you could probably do it with a jump, but you'd only be able to do one jump. So you try to swing with both. You could do it if you were running straight at him.
I'm gonna gesture to the orcs and whatnot and just be like, been fun, but this looks more.
Do it, Nemo. Channel the insect glaive.
No. Channel 4.
I'm just gonna jump up and try to just bring him down with a hammer.
Go ahead. Thankfully, his AC has been reduced by Stanji's very confident. So, yeah, that hits.
And it would have mattered.
22 points of bludgeoning damage. You slam into his chest, and he looks down at you and no.
I just land and I just give him a look like, now
Yeah,
fuck
you
off.
could have gotten a second one in.
Can I? Okay.
Just be aware.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to let this thing go.
You might not have a choice. That is a hit, so another.
I just want the experience.
Was it worth it?
He even after all this effort, he's still in triple digits.
I like to
Yeah,
think I
kinda
jump up
figured.
with the hammer and basically do like a sonic spin with it so I can hit him just donk donk.
Triple digits means 100.
Nazdo, it's your turn.
Fucking son of a
Fucking
Bitch.
clutch call him.
fucking dragon's bastard hook of returning in his face.
Hey!
That should be bad.
What is happening?
Strength saving throw.
I
He-
imagine it's going to be 5.
28. He's fine. He
I
does
mean-
take 20 points of. But you
Oh.
sink it up into his side. He just grabs it, and it's not like an anchor point on him.
I'll try to pull it.
You try to pull it with the DC. No,
Can I not waste my attack to do it?
you can certainly try.
I've got 2 more attacks. I'll just keep yanking until I get him closer because I can't hit him up there.
Make athletics checks then.
Can I give the orcs and that look like, come on, are you gonna play?
Nope.
You pussies.
One. Come on, you bastard!
No.
Ugh.
Okay, Buckley, it's your turn.
Right, I'm going to stand up.
Heal
Look at my
mine,
life
self.
choice. Look at my life choices.
Regret them.
Regret them, maybe, possibly. And then heal.
I am only slightly bleeding.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
think Buckley's the most fucked up at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see now. Yeah, that's a.
And then, as a bonus action,
I am leaving a trail of blood wherever I go. One
Right.
notable one.
bonus action, see within range. Okay, so this is 60. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm already full healed.
I'm fine.
Also, Nazdo, a very important point. Do you try to, like, you're just holding onto that chain for dear life? You're not going to let go? Well, you kind of can't because it's literally embedded into your arm.
I am not letting him go if he tries to go away.
Mhm.
Okay. Actually, I'll just do regular healing word on Nazdo for a third
I mean,
level.
I appreciate that, but
Prioritize yourself, dude.
He just,
Oh,
used
I
heal.
used my heal.
He
Oh,
just used heal.
Oh, heal.
Yeah, which is like 100, isn't it?
That's
70.
70.
Flat 70.
70.
Alright.
So,
Gulag is gonna
and that's
sneak his way
another
up there.
8 to you then, Standry.
always
Luke's going to make his
appreciate
way
it.
up there and he doesn't really know what to do because, yeah, he's a big bastard. Nazdo, make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Actually, yeah. So you guys watch as he like tries to yank Nazdo as if to say lift him, like he was doing with his own.
Yeah,
whip.
bring me closer.
But instead he just removes it. You just watch as he flies up and back 30 feet.
At the 26?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, no, that was to see if he could pull you up and slam you away. Didn't work for him, but that's fine.
Shit.
You're all hit except Shimmer.
What save is this?
Well, for you it's con.
What do you mean for me it's
For Naz-
gone?
For Nazdo, for Buckley, for Grunt, it's Dex.
Cool.
He chooses your
Shit.
he chooses your lower saving throw for it. Either poison, either the fire, or that. So
This is bullshit.
Now-
Dexterity for everyone
hold
else.
on.
Oh,
It's
except
not
me,
a
it's
spell,
gone
is
for me.
it? It's a dragon breath attack, so it's not a spell.
I see.
not a spell, but it is a effect within range of you. So you succeeded.
Hold on. You're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity save. Okay.
I'm gonna use Indomitable.
Do it now. If
Fuck.
you're gonna do it now.
Ah.
Fuck. Alright. Well, I still take half.
No. You take from 3 of these d6. You're gonna take half. From the other,
I don't like what's happening.
I don't
So-
know what's happening.
from that 15 at the start, you only take 7. So you can remove 8. So for Buckley, you're gonna take 5, 3. You're gonna take 57. Delmara, you succeed, so you're gonna take 32. Grunt, Nazdo, all the orcs, all the ogres, The only thing that's left is the boss. They all take 65.
I have poison resistance.
Okay, so for the last 3 then, so that's a 14, you take 7 points, so you take 58.
Also, since the effect caused me to take a dexterity saving throw, I would still only take half because of my shield master.
That's if the spell is particularly targeted you alone.
No.
No, shield
You're
master's AoE
subjected-
effect.
You're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage. You can
It's not solo target.
you can use your reaction to take no damage.
Solo target.
Dale, don't you have if AoE if you succeed
Oh wait,
in AoE?
you can use your
If
reaction
it's-
to
if-
take no damage if you succeed.
Only if it's dexterity for me, but apparently for me it specifically wasn't dexterity.
The way it's worded, it's the rules of if you can make a check to take half damage on a thing, if you succeed, you'll take no damage. Instead, you just take full. You take full. You take.
Okay, yeah. Alright, never
So
mind.
he does.
I'm not-
Okay, so 57.
Yeah, you take half as well, Grunt. So you take 32.
Ow.
That's fine.
And at this point, you just watch as
Okay.
smoke that's just erupting out of his mouth just begins to bellow around him, and he goes into.
Where's my chain? Or did he let go?
He pulls it out of himself and
Yeah, he
drops it.
detached it.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not all fucking floating chains. Hey!
And he is going to move 45 feet to there. And quite literally, everything that isn't the orc war boss is dead. He's the only thing still. And you just hear, "Damn you all! I'll get you! No one stops my vengeance. No one!"
Well, that was
Guys,
fun.
Don't kill the orc. Question him. Ow. Dale, get down
Yeah.
here.
Okay,
Can I
Only
go
the-
over to the orc and
still initiative.
go under one of his arms to help him up? Just to sort of support him.
Oh no, the orc is fine. Like, he just got blasted, but he's still standing. He pulls up the axe because he's now aware he's pretty much surrounded by people who are most likely enemies, and he's just raised the axe. Everything else around him is dead.
I give
He's
him a
just there
friendly
by
pat on the
himself.
back. Good work.
Make a persuasion check.
Good work. You lived. I like that.
So you just watch the orc is mostly just confused. He can understand comment, but this is like a what the fuck kind of thing. So yeah. He's gone invisible and he's making his way out, as is the shaman.
But Grunt says and Giant, good fight.
I don't.
Then I give the thumbs up.
He just looks around at all his troops that are dead, and it is a massive thing. And as this is all happening, you guys just see from all of them a little bit of black smoke comes out of their mouths, floats
I just blow it out.
and goes from each of the bodies,
I thought we were far
goes
enough away.
northwest.
Ah, fuck. I thought we were far enough away for that.
Yeah, there was a lot of bodies. There's a lot of death here.
Right.
I think we were close enough. Shit.
Yep, that happened. And as you all look about, your comrades, the very bloodied orc war boss, and whatever the fuck that was that just fought you guys and took chunks out of you. We're gonna end the stream there.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, me too, a little.
How hurt are you?
Well, I mean, all things are relative, but I'm 27 out of 150.
Alright. I'm 14 out of 155.
Oh boy. Cool. Yeah. Well, I guess
He was ready to leave right up until Buckley opened his mouth.
Yeah, me and Nerman I had that idea and I feel awful for it. Me and Nerin were talking about it and I was like, I really want to say this, but I don't think she would.
Yeah, no.
Counterwise, pissing off the dragon might make a big new friend. Or at least
Not for
somebody-
us.
Debatable.
Not for
necessarily-
us.
Maybe
Debatable.
not a friend per se, but certainly somebody who wants revenge on the big twitsicle.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
I'm not gonna dive into racial prejudices right now because we're about to finish.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll probably talk to you all guys. You know, maybe next week, perhaps on a
Next
Saturday.
week.
We'll see what
Hopefully.
happens. We hope you all had fun watching all of this. I had weeks to plan this. I was like, oh, this is gonna happen, and if it happens, it happens.
Right. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.